on 97.3 The Fan.
And welcome to it, San Diego. Happy Tuesday to you. Gwynn and Chris getting rolling here on San Diego's #1 sports talk station. We thank you for that. 97.3 The Fan. That's right. We wouldn't be #1 if it wasn't for all of you listeners out there and people who check in on the YouTube and watch the show and join the chats and play all of our trivia games and just follow along. We appreciate it very much, and we thank you for all of this. We will continue to strive to give you a great radio, make your afternoons entertaining. And, if I can't do it, then there's always Scraby to fall back on over there. Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr., he's idle today, but Scraby's here. So we'll have another good 3.5 hours with you and lead you around up to Padre baseball tonight in Arizona. Darvish will head to the mound against the Diamondbacks, probably their best pitcher. Arizona's best pitcher, Ryan Nelson. You're like, who's that? Well, he's 6-3 with a 3.20 ERA. That's a whole lot better than Zach Gallen has been this year, and pretty much better than anybody Arizona's had. So we'll see if the Padres can bounce back. They fell last night, 6-2. I would say, if I had to grade JP Sears' Padre debut, I think F would be about right.
Oh, okay.
What do you want me to do? Give him a D-? I'll give him a D-. My first thought as I was watching him pitch last night was, Randy Vasquez can do that. Balls in the middle of the plate all night long, balls above the belt all night long, balls getting lined into the outfield all night long, hanging breaking balls being hit, into the seats. Honestly, I'll be honest, he was lucky to get through 5 innings, only allowing 5 runs. I thought he'd give up the way it was going, 8 or 9 or 10 runs. So, yeah, look, I'm not ready to call it a bad trade, but it was a bad start, certainly for JP Spears. And the Padres fall to 2-2 since the trade deadline, which means, Scraby, that all of these trades just flat out did not work. It didn't work. We blew it. We absolutely blew it.
So Mason Miller's 3 outs that he got on Friday, terrible.
Count. Yeah, no.
Freddie Fermin doing everything that he's been doing.
I saw Ryan O'Hearn fly out with the bases loaded last night. I saw, Fermin go 0 for 2. But
he threw out a runner.
These trades were stupid. Obviously, that's pretty obvious. I mean, we're only 2-2. We were a whole lot better than that before the trades, weren't we?
I think so.
Yeah, no. It's a little early, I think, to go into the panic mode. Luis Ariza's hit streak was ended last night. It wasn't a great night. Padres didn't do a whole lot offensively. I thought Jake Cronenworth had a great at-bat there to drive in a run. I thought Manny Machado made a great slide to avoid being thrown out. And because of that, they got their other run. Jackson Merrill followed with an RBI double. But there wasn't much else. There was the one bases loaded situation. O'Hearn went after the first pitch and, just missed it, really. I mean, he hit a deep fly ball to right field, but he certainly didn't get all of it. But other than that, this was just a tough evening for JP Spears. And I'll be honest, Scrape, I have my reservations about Spears. Sears. Why don't I call him Spears? JP Sears.
Britney Spears, maybe?
Right, yeah. Maybe Brittany would have pitched better last
I don't
night.
think she would have.
But, I look at Sears. I mean, he gave up 11 base runners in 5 innings. The guy doesn't have a great whip. The guy doesn't have a great ERA. Now, they did put some stats up there last night, which made it look a little better for him, and that was the fact that most of the damage done against him this year has been in that tiny Sacramento ballpark. He's pitched a lot better outside of that ballpark, but for one game at least, he didn't look very good. And so, you just got to kind of pile it away, and hopefully he'll come out and pitch better in his next start. I'm sure he'll get another opportunity. But as far as the Padres are concerned, you got to turn the page. You got to go to tonight. You got to count on Darvish to be on his game again. And, you're going to have to come up with a win. You don't want to drop back-to-back here to a lousy team that has basically given up the season. So, this is a big game tonight. And most times this year, I would say, in general, most times this year when the Padres have had one of those games where I feel like, I'd really like to win this one, they kind of win this one. Yeah. So, we'll see if they can pull it off tonight. If they lose again tonight, then you know what? You and I are getting up early tomorrow morning. We're driving to Arizona, one of our road trips, and we are kidnapping Sammy Levitt and not letting him broadcast another game.
We're gonna pull Celtic Pride. Have you ever seen that movie?
I have, yes. When the Celtic fans kidnapped the top player for the Utah Jazz.
Yes.
I'm surprised that's actually never really happened in the history of
not
sports.
Even put it
I
out
know.
there.
Well, they put it out there with that movie.
Well, there's too much security nowadays.
You know, it just takes one guy. But no, Sam Levitt called a great game last night. He just didn't have anything good to tell us. That's all.
You know, I'm beginning to think that the saying "wherever Sammy goes, the champagne flows" is a fallacy.
It's a little bit of a fallacy, you're saying now. Well, we'll see if he can come back on the next last two games of this series. Brandon Pfaadt. This is the thing that gets me. He's not very good. I mean, look, he's all right. And he's won 11 games. So you want to go back to that statement we've all made a few times this year is wins just don't mean much in Major League Baseball. Brandon Pfaadt's got 11 wins this year, but he is no better than a mediocre pitcher. But when he pitches, the Diamondbacks score runs. He beat the Padres 8-2 the first time and got 6 last night. But when you open the game, as Brandon Pfaadt did last night with walk, like I'm just sitting on the edge of my, couch there. And I'm like, okay, let's just let's put this guy out of his misery early. And Manny, statue on strike 3.
Yeah.
That was a surprise, to me. And even the strike 3, the first 2 pitches were fastballs right down the middle, and Manny was just a tad tardy and fouled them both off to the right side. So you don't get anything that inning instead of, the guy's giving you a couple of runs to start the game. So, it's just a frustrating night all the way around, and that's the way it goes. You've won 7 of your last 9, so there's nothing wrong with this. You've lost. It was the first time in 8 games that you've scored under 4 runs. So, it was a not a good night. Let's come back and have a better one tonight. And I won't complain anymore about last night's game. But
are you sure?
No, I can't be sure.
Thank you.
I may think of something else later, but for now, that's pretty much all I have. Let's just win the ball game tonight. And look, the Dodgers lost last night. And I know people look at that one of 2 ways. They go, well, the Dodgers lost, so we blew it.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, that's you. What I say is I'm glad they lost, so the Padres loss didn't really cost them. They stay 3 back, and I just want to stay right about 2 or 3, heading into that Dodger, bunch of games in a week or 2. The Reds did win, though, so they creep up a little bit in the wild card standings. They pull within 3 of the Padres there. So
those games are the games that I find most annoying, the ones last night, especially the ones where, like you said, I'm glad you brought it up. First 2 hitters of the game for the Padres get on base with a walk, and they don't get anything for it.
I hate it.
That's where you can go and make a pitcher really, really bad, because now you got a couple runs on the board in the first inning.
That's what I'm saying.
Now he's scuffling a little bit.
He's trying to give you a couple of runs to start the game.
And a catcher visit should not fix things.
It didn't. He threw 2 fastballs right down the middle, and Manny missed them. I mean, he just swung a little late. And then there's no question, without being in Manny Machado's mind, but when the count got to 0-2, Manny was expecting a curveball off the plate. He didn't want to swing at it. And the ball started on the corner, and then it came back.
Yeah.
And he was stuck, so that was a big pitch and kind of turned the tide. Merrill grounds out, and then, Xander comes up there with second and third and can't drive in the run, so you get nothing. And I thought the game was right there.
Yeah.
I thought it got, kind of went, my word, cattywampus from there.
Yep.
So, we'll put it aside and do what they do, which is put it aside and get ready to go out and play tonight.
But this is why I don't like it that the Padres play the Diamondbacks for the last 3 games of the year, because the Diamondbacks have their number. Remember the Rockies a few years ago? It's now the Diamondbacks, Chris.
You think so?
I do, because now they can beat the Rockies, but they...
What are they against the Diamondbacks this year now? 3-5, 4-5?
Let me see.
Well, they're 2-3 in Arizona. I know that. They lost. They split the 4 the first time there, and then they lost last night. So they're 2-3 at Arizona. I just don't buy that stuff. I don't buy that any more than I buy ESPN.com today putting an article out that says, here is each team's biggest concern. Go ahead.
No, I was just laughing.
What are the Padres against the Diamondbacks?
I wasn't ready. I was just laughing at what you were saying. But give me a second because I have it right here.
I don't think they're bad against the Diamondbacks.
They are 5-3 against the Padres this year.
All right, so 3-5.
Yeah, 3-5.
It's not, they win the next two, they'll be 5-5. No, here's the story that ESPN put out today, and it's my guy Bradford Doolittle, who obviously is not ever a candidate to be on this show because I never say anything good about any of the stuff he writes. But today he's giving every contender's team and their worst, biggest concern, right? Heading down the stretch. Like for the Brewers, they lack a little middle of the order power. The Cubs don't have any frontline pitching. Dodgers pitching isn't healthy. Tigers don't have any offensive consistency. Blue Jays are wondering whatever happened to Anthony Santander. Padres, lingering concern. History. The point being that the Padres...
He can't find one.
He can't find one. That's right. The only concern that he has is the fact that the Padres have never won it. Well, that's not a
concern.
Exactly. That has nothing to do with the guys on this roster or this team. None of them were on the 84 squad. None of them played in 98. None of them were toiling on the expansion team in 1969. Yes, the Padres have never won the World Series. That has nothing to do with the guys in this locker room. So, look, if that's the biggest concern that you have about the Padres right now, I'm feeling pretty good about things, honestly. And so that's we'll see where it goes. But, I didn't like last night. Wasn't great.
No.
Wasn't great. So,
not at all
right, on the show today, Sam Dykstra, MILB.com. The I basically refers to, he knows about the minor league stuff, right? MI, minor league baseball. Sam Dykstra on who the Padres parted with at the trade deadline, and did they part with too much? I know a lot of you want to know. Let's find out from somebody who really gets this stuff. So did the Padres blow it? Did they trade too much? Where do they go from here in their minor league system after all of the players they gave away at the trade deadline? Sam Dykstra will fill us in on all of that. We have a Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show today. Right. It's Tuesday. Tony is not here. That means you out there have a chance to play in the Fantabulous Sports Game Show against Scraby. We'll tell you how that'll work. Also, today, we have not one, but two pairs of tickets to Saturday night's Padres-Red Sox ball game.
Extravaganza.
Yeah, we're going to give away a pair of those in the first hour and a half of the show. So don't go anywhere. And then we're going to save the other pair for a little later in the show.
Yes.
We'll tell you how you can win those when we come back as we get underway on 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call.
Friday time and time for our regular Friday visit. And today we bring in Gavin Sheets from the Padres as the Padres get set to start the three-game series tonight against the St. Louis Cardinals. Gavin Sheets last joined us at spring training. I don't know if you remember that particular interview, Gavin, sitting out there by the benches, but we were really impressed and we really couldn't wait to see you play. But really at that time, I don't think anybody was totally expecting what has happened since that time, which is, you having a great season and, putting yourself squarely in the middle of what the Padres have accomplished this year. So congratulations to you, and just talk a little bit about, what this season has meant to you so far.
Yeah, I think that obviously I do remember that conversation we had out there in completely different times. And no, I think that, kind of when I was talking to you then too, it was just, looking back at this off season, the things I wanted to accomplish, the places I wanted to go. And, I wanted a new change of scenery where the excitement was there and where the goal was to win a World Series. And I think, you look now, we're at August 1st and, at this point right now, I've matched some career highs. And I think that after we saw what happened yesterday, I think that the goal of winning a World Series is right in front of us.
Yeah. Gavin Sheets joins us here, Padre outfielder, DH. He's kind of done a little bit of everything for the Pods. And Gavin, let's talk about the process, because we knew from having that conversation in spring training, what your goals were, the things you kind of wanted to accomplish. But I know as you go through the season, you kind of have to be able to be flexible in how you are going to manage all of this. You've had times where you've been hot, you've cooled, gotten back hot. What has that process been like for you, sticking with it through some of the ups and downs you've had?
Yeah, I mean, it's the beautiful thing of baseball is no matter how hot you are, how cold you are, you got to come to the ballpark the next day and do it again. And being an everyday guy for the first time in my career has been incredible. And I think you learn how to handle those things, and you kind of learn on the fly. And you battle with soreness and all this stuff that goes on, and showing up to the ballpark every single day and bringing it, and dealing with slumps, dealing with hot streaks, and I've just enjoyed every second of it. Obviously, the roles might change a little bit going forward, but whatever it is and whatever I need to do, and the goal and the work ethic and all that still stays the same going forward.
Gavin, you knew that you could come here and be a big contributor, and you told us that, and you had us believing. I imagine that everyone was confident in your ability, when they put you in the lineup opening day. But how much did it mean to you personally and in terms of feeling a part of things to get that home run on opening day? Just contribute right off the bat, kind of signal to everybody that, I'm going to be around to help this club this year.
Yeah, that was I couldn't have scripted a better start. Obviously, that was about as cool as it gets. I hit a home run in the playoffs in 21, and that was about as close as, if not better, a feeling than I've ever had in my career. So that was just incredible. I mean, obviously playing in front of this home crowd and getting the first taste of it that day, and to be able to produce like that was a pretty special welcome to San Diego, to say the least.
Gavin, obviously we got a chance to chat with your dad, Larry, out in Philadelphia. He was out on the field. And I imagine for him, as it was for my dad, watching you is probably much harder than it was for him to be on the field. How much has he enjoyed getting a chance to see your success and get to be an everyday player through most of this year so far?
Yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, he stresses out more watching me than when he played, for sure. But he's thoroughly enjoyed it. He's thoroughly enjoyed watching the brand of baseball we play, the way we go about our business, and obviously being a contributing factor to that has made it enjoyable for him. He can't stand the West Coast time zone. He said he's losing a lot of sleep because of it, but he's thoroughly enjoying every second of it.
Friday time, and time for our regular attention. We got a couple of things to take care of here. Welcome back to Gwynn and Chris. 2:18 is the time. Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr., idle, and Matt Scraby, not idle. He's over there. We're in the Odyssey Palace studios ahead of tonight's Padre Diamondback game. Coverage begins a little after 5:30. But a couple of things you need to know about. Number one, at some point during the show, actually twice, we're going to give you a chance to win 2 tickets to the Padres Red Sox game. The game is this Saturday. We invite you, if you go to the game Saturday, to arrive early. They got live music, Nova Kombucha, drink specials. Is it kombucha?
Kombucha.
Okay. I don't know. Whatever. They have drink specials in Gallagher Square.
People like those, by the way.
I know they do. All the way up until the first pitch. The first pitch Saturday is at 5:40 p.m. And if you want tickets, visit padres.com/tickets or win them here. And we're going to give away the first pair. And then in the first 90 minutes of the show, we're not going to make you wait too long. So if you're there, don't go anywhere. Padres, Red Sox, Scraby will play this sounder from last year's Padres Red Sox game.
Here's the 0-1. Machado swings, sends it in the air to deep center field. Duran is back, still going back, looking up, gonna go! Second homer of the day for Machado here at Fenway.
Yeah, he hit 2, and that was at Fenway last year. When you hear that sounder, the next time, be the first, dial in, 833-288-0973. So you want to listen for that. And we're going to play it before 3:30. I'm telling you right now. We might even play it in a minute. You never know. I'm a little crazy on this stuff, Scrape. I do weird stuff.
How are you going to tell me to play it in a minute?
I'm going to give you one of those hieroglyphic signs that you give me
enough.
all the time.
You're just going to start waving your hand.
Yeah,
I'm going to be like, oh, he wants me to play it.
Yeah, make you figure it out. So we'll get the sounder played here, and you'll get the first chance. And if you don't win the first one, we'll do it again later in the show. All right, so that's first. Secondly, got to remind you that a week from Friday, Scraby and I are oot and a boot. Or out and about.
I like oot and a boot.
I like oot and a boot also. We will be broadcasting live a week from this Friday, okay? That would be August 15th. Scraby and I out and broadcasting at Islands in Carmel Mountain Ranch. I believe it is off the Ted Williams Parkway exit.
I'm not going to give you any directions.
I will double check that. But anyway, you just get right off the 15 freeway, Carmel Mountain Ranch. It's right there. It's not far. Easy to get to. Islands Restaurant. Scraby and I are there from 2 to 6 p.m. the whole time. Well, is it? Yeah, it is 6 p.m. because the Padres don't play until 7 o'clock that night.
7:10 because
against
of
the Dodgers. So, right. We'll be there from 2 to 6 a week from Friday. We're going to be eating a ton of French fries because Islands has the best French fries. And they didn't even put that in the promo to read.
This is straight days that Chris is giving free pub to the French fries.
I'm just giving the French fries pub because I love them so much. I hope somebody at Islands is listening and maybe they'll send me some fries. But
they just show up with a bag of fries.
Show up with a bag of fries. Next Friday, that'll be our appearance. Now, if just coming out to hang with Scraby and I isn't enough, and probably isn't.
It's not.
We're gonna try to
entice
you with a Fernando Tatis signed baseball, and we're also gonna have Padre tickets to give away for the following week's games against San Fran, and some other stuff. So that's all a week from Friday. Put that in your book. Put that in your phone. And make sure you get by between 2 and 6 a week from Friday.
Adam says it's right in the Costco shopping center.
Okay, so it might not be the same one. I'm going to look it up and make sure that it's off Ted Williams Parkway.
Why don't I do that right now? So people
listening, right. For
anybody
anybody listening, make sure that we get that right, Scrabe.
It's 12224 Carmel Mountain Road.
Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking at what exit off the 15 I get off.
Let me get directions there.
Yeah, get directions.
Okay,
I want people to know how to get there.
Okay, jeez. Shouldn't have gone on the air with that information then.
I'm a demanding guy.
Give me a second.
Still don't have it, do you?
All right, here we go. You get off on, take exit 21, Carmel Mountain Road.
Oh.
So disregard everything Chris said about
the Ted Williams Parkway deal.
This is a situation I usually find myself in.
I know. All right, so Carmel Mountain Road, off the 15. We'll see you next Friday there. Have I taken care of all of the little items that we need to take care of?
Yeah, I think so.
We got Darvish on the mound tonight. I'll take kind of, 2/3 of what he did last week in that great performance against the Mets. He'll face Ryan Nelson tonight. One thing I want to point out, something to keep an eye on tonight, Corbin Carroll has owned you, Darvish, unfortunately, over the years. 8 for 15 with 2 doubles and 2 home runs.
That's ownage.
Darvish might want to be careful with Corbin Carroll tonight in the ball game. We'll get some lineups out to you as soon as we can. Scrappy, what's going on with you today? Did you have a good day, relaxing day? What do you do in the morning? I don't even really ask you this very often. What do you do like all morning? I know you take the dog for a walk. Does that cover the whole morning for you? Or what else do you do?
I sit down and I start reading things.
I sit down.
I go.
I'm glad you sit down.
If you want the real thing, I get my coffee. I go sit down at the computer.
Where do you go get coffee? You don't go buy a cup of coffee.
No, I'm not leaving the house in the morning. Are you kidding me?
I was going to say.
I'm not leaving my house until I take a shower most of the time.
Okay.
But I go get coffee. I go sit in front of the computer. I start reading a bunch of stuff. I start putting the show together. You
do. You put the show together. That's a good thing. I know. I'm confirming that.
Yes, because once I get here, I don't feel like I have enough time. So I do that, and then I go and start texting people about guests, and then I take the dogs for the walk. And then I come home, take a shower, and head to work.
And then here you are.
What about you?
What do I do in the mornings? That's a very good question.
Sleep?
Well, yeah, that's part of it. Now today, I was up at 5:30 or maybe 4:30. Went for my walk. Got to go for my walk. Then I went into KUSI. I did a little appearance with our friends Paul Rudy in the morning on KUSI. Enjoyed that. Hopefully a couple of you out there were up and saw that.
What was the topic of conversation? The trade deadline and stuff?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing. It wasn't, it wasn't anything you wouldn't be.
You weren't talking about the $10 parking fees that are about to come to downtown San Diego, which we will talk about later. That's not what they had you in for?
They did not have me in for that, nor did they have me in for the restructuring of congressional seats in Texas.
Okay,
I was not in for that either. So.
That headline that you just said, it makes my mind melt. Like, I don't need to know anything about that.
Yeah, well, actually, you kind of do, but we'll move past that because we're talking about sports today, the fun and games department, as it were. After that, I have a little breakfast and get the dog out early. Get Lori off to work.
You like walk her out to her car?
No, but I get her out of the house and off to work.
You push her out the door.
No, I mean, the car's in the garage. It's right there. It's not like a long walk to the car for her. She's okay.
Well, I thought that was kind of cute if you would walk out and then you stand there and you just wave as she's pulling out of the driveway every day.
I have done that.
Okay.
Just not an everyday occurrence.
And then Chris goes back inside, turns on his heavy metal, and
right.
brings all the people over.
I listen to Ozzy Osbourne for the next 3 hours straight. Then I come into work.
You bite me. By the way, when my nieces found out about Ozzy, my brother-in-law said, well, he did bite the head off of a bat.
Everybody knows that.
And it's I don't know if it's exactly true.
It's true.
I thought it was a pigeon. We did some research, but my nieces were very, very
it's 100% true. Somebody found a bat, and I think it was dead. The bat, but it was a real
even
bat.
Worse.
They threw it up to him on stage. He thought it was a fake, like
that was
rubber.
Fake bat.
Right. He didn't think it was real.
Yeah.
That's why he bit it off.
Oh.
And it was awful for him. It's the one thing that he's kind of famous for doing, unfortunately, but he had to get whatever shots.
Oh, I'm sure. For tetanus shots, all that, rabies.
6 months, 9 months afterwards. It was, it wasn't a smart move. And he's always said he, wishes that he had never done that.
I get it, but at the same time, it's what made Ozzy.
It is pretty funny that's what people seem to remember more than anything else was that particular incident. All right, we got Padres and Diamondbacks. We got a quick break. When we come back, Sam Dykstra, MILB.com. Did the Padres overpay at the trade deadline? I think you're going to be surprised what Sam Dykstra, who follows all this minor league stuff, had to say about it when Gwynn and Chris returns. Gavin Sheets is with us, and man, he's a big reason why the Padres have had the kind of season they've had so far. And I've said it many times. Where would we be without you, Gavin? I want to ask a little bit about left field. You have really impressed, a lot of people, I think, from, how far you've come in left field. And maybe, the early games, there was just a matter of kind of getting reacquainted with it out there. It's not easy. Balls are slicing. Balls are hit hard over your head.
Yeah.
I hope we can start laughing now. Is it long enough since the collision with the fence? But look, man.
Trust me, we're well past that. I think I'm in a couple different group chats, and I think that's the picture of me against the wall. So trust me, those guys a lot. they didn't wait very long. I can promise you that.
I bet. Well, you're lucky that, because I've seen a lot of teams will go out there the next day and somebody will tape an outline of the player up against the fence where they ran it. I didn't see the Padres do that, but what I'm saying is. Go ahead.
I'm very happy we got to San Fran quickly.
Yeah, right. You got out of town.
That's right. We left right after.
That's what happened. But no, let's be serious, because left field, I think you've been great, and really done a nice job, made some really good catches out there. I think it seems to me that Schilt and the staff, are pretty comfortable with you out there. Where are you at in left field?
Yeah, I think that, no, you said it right. I think, in the beginning, getting out there just, because I had never really played left, and getting out there, 1 day a week, once every 2 weeks, that was tough. And, I knew that once they kind of gave me the keys to left field, I bought in and enjoyed it. Took it as obviously a huge compliment to be thrown out there, and and just put a lot of work out there. Macias and I, the outfield coach, we busted our butt out there, and kind of enjoyed it. Enjoyed the process of it. Enjoyed growing as an outfielder. Enjoyed the, just being able to help the team in many different ways. And I think just buying in and putting in work out there. But you're right. I think I grew a lot out there from April and May to where we are now.
Gavin, I want to highlight something you kind of alluded to in one of your earlier answers. You said that your role might change. Talk a little bit about watching, as everybody else was last night, as all these deals are flurrying through. Talk about kind of recognizing that maybe your role changes a little bit, but also the excitement of acquiring all of this talent as you guys, focus on perhaps winning a World Series.
Yeah. Man, it was, I felt like a fan like everybody else yesterday, just watching along and seeing all the moves that were being made across the league. And I think what we did yesterday just solidifies that everybody in the clubhouse has the same goal. Front office all the way down, ownership all the way down. And, obviously we bring in the players that we brought in. It makes this team extremely dangerous from top to bottom. And then you look at our pitching and our bullpen, and man, thank God I'm on this team, because coming to San Diego and getting potentially Mason Miller in the 5th inning, that's about as good as it gets. And obviously I don't know what the role is going to be going forward. I don't know how we're going to manage everything. Obviously that's way out of my control, but I do know that we all have the same goal in mind, and I think that it really showed yesterday that we're not messing around and we're going for it.
And you've kind of sent that message again also, Gavin. I mean, the one thing I've been really impressed with, along with your growth in left field, is the hitting against left-handers. I don't know that they, you can look at numbers, et cetera. I think the team, the staff, they want to see you against some left-handed pitching, but I don't know that they expected a lot. And then you came in there and started tearing up left-handed pitching pretty good. So, I think you're going to get chances the next 2 months because of the way you performed. Just real quick for us, standing in the batter's box, what is your mindset, or is it any different against a lefty as opposed to a righty?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just is staying a little bit more opposite field gap oriented against lefties. I think that's what brought a lot of success for me, especially average wise. I think, obviously my damage is more against righties. But I think I might be hitting for a higher average against lefties. And that's because, staying in there a little bit longer and using that opposite field gap, and, everything's kind of be going away from me, and just trying to buy into, just being a really good hitter and a really tough out. And I think when I just, enjoyed facing lefties and took it personally and really worked at it and really opened up that opposite field gap was huge for me.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. Look, most of us, good left-handed pitcher, we'd be stepping so far into the bucket, we'd be, facing the dugout. But I don't expect to see that from a guy that's willing to run into the left field wall to catch a ball. And I know people might poke fun at this play, but I think it says a lot about, the way you're a gamer and the way you want to play. You're willing to do anything, and I think this team has recognized that. It's been a great year so far, man. The next 2 months should be a lot of fun. Gavin, thanks so much. I hope we do it again in the off season and talk about how fun the parade ride was.
Appreciate you, Gavin.
Absolutely. This is the best part of the season, so I can't wait to see what happens.
Gavin Sheets is with us, and man, he's a big reason why the Padres have had the kind of season they've had so far. And I've said it many times, where would we be without you, Gavin? I want to ask a little bit about left field. You have really impressed, a lot of people, I think, from, how far you've come in left field. And maybe, the early games, there was just a matter of kind of getting reacquainted with it out there. It's not easy. Balls are all right, back at you. 2:35 is the time. Crisello? Tony Gwynn Jr.'s idle today. Gwynn and Chris rolls on with Scraby alongside here at the Odyssey Palace Studios. A couple of quick NFL notes, Scraby, of interest, I think, here before we get to our interview with Sam Dykstra. This weekend, the preseason starts in earnest.
I do know.
So, get into a little football. Vikings, wide receiver Jordan Addison, 3 games, violating the substance policy, NFL. 3 games.
That's for DUI, I think.
Is it's a result of his arrest.
He said
last July. So this is 13 months ago. This happened.
Yes.
Suspicion of driving under the influence. He was charged with 2 misdemeanors in California. All right. Anyway, 3 games for him. Did they ever? Or is Ray Rice back? Not Ray Rice. You know, I always say Ray Rice. Yeah, Rashid Rice. Is he back for the Chiefs, or does he still face
he's still facing punishment, but they haven't given it to him yet. So if he gets
driving 150 miles an hour and making 12 people die, I know that's not what he did.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? These kinds of people, these things, I hate those kinds of things.
He did injure people and then leave the scene.
I mean, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Please give him, 3 games. I know he sat out all last year, but
that was because he was injured.
Yeah. You got to come down hard on this just to hopefully the next, if for no other reason, to save the people that are out there from the next time one of these, and I hate to say football players, but they're the ones that do this a lot.
Yeah, you don't really hear about baseball players getting caught for speeding
120 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I want somebody to at least hopefully think about it before they do it again, because they're never the ones that seem to get hurt. It's always somebody else out there. That's my harangue on that.
I think Rashid Rice is going to get 4.
Well,
that's like more. Enough, that's like almost. It's almost. It is a quarter of the season. It's like just over a quarter of the season. Yeah,
just under a quarter of the season. 17 games.
Yes,
your math has never been good. The other football note, which is interesting to a lot of people, Cleveland Browns say that Shedeur Sanders will start the preseason opener Friday against Carolina.
All right, I will watch that, or at least highlights of it.
See what he's up to.
Yeah, I'll see what's going on. I kind of want him to succeed now because everybody doesn't like him. I kind of want him to.
Now you like him. You've hated him all along, so things can change.
Things can change.
All right, so there's a couple of NFL notes. We're going to do Sam Dykstra, MILB.
Here's the 0-1. Machado swings, sends it in the air to deep center field. Duran is back, still going back, looking up, gonna go! Second homer of the day for Machado here at Fenway.
Just interrupting me with that highlight for some reason. All right, let's.
You told me to.
Oh, I did. I gave you the hieroglyphics. I gave you the sign. While you're, I'm assuming people are going to call in.
Oh, they're already there.
They're already doing it. So let them see. We'll give the Padre tickets away while we hear from Sam Dykstra of MILB.com. Visiting with Sam Dykstra, MILB.com. And, of course, Sam, pretty knowledgeable guy on the topic that we're discussing. And I think it's been on the minds of Padre fans ever since the trade deadline day last Thursday. And so, Sam, thanks for joining us. And let me just ask you straight up. People say the Padres mortgaged the future on trade deadline day. What say you, kind of in a general response to that statement?
I don't think they mortgaged the future. I mean, you get Mason Miller for the future. This isn't, they weren't making deals, for rentals, or at least the big deal of the day. I mean, I love Leo DeVries as much as the next prospect evaluator, but you get a guy who's throwing 103, 104 for years to come. I mean, that's a pretty big get, and you add him to arguably the best bullpen in baseball already. Flags fly forever. They're going for one this year, but there's no reason why they can't go for one next year and the year after that with Mason Miller at the back of the pen.
Thank you, Sam, because that's what I've been saying this entire time. You get Mason Miller now, you would have to wait a few years for Leo DeVries. But the other, I guess, topic of conversation here in San Diego is, why does A.J. Preller keep taking all of the prospects away from the system, and then the next year he trades a bunch of prospects and makes good trades? So is it a fallacy that A.J. depletes his system every year, or does he indeed build back up the system each year?
I think he depletes and rebuilds. I think it's the combination of the two, making sure you can get guys who are worthy of being traded away. I mean, you look at somebody like Braden Nett, right? Like, he wasn't a name many people were talking about 2 years ago. Now all of a sudden he's the second headliner in the biggest blockbuster of the trade deadline. I mean, that's no small thing. Getting Leo DeVries, as big of a signing as he was, to become the number 3 prospect in baseball, that doesn't happen by accident either. We see international signees take time and not come together. There's so many variables that can happen. To the Padres' credit, they helped develop him to that position in the first place. Miguel Mendez, not included in a trade this year, but he's somebody who's blasted out of nowhere, shown really good velocity, and is now a top 10 prospect in that system. The reason they're able to do this is because they develop desirable prospects. You go back to like James Wood and Mackenzie Gore and CJ Abrams. They turned those guys into somebody who could be traded for Juan Soto. It wasn't just, hey, we're going to turn the switch, we're entering the system, whatever it takes. It's like, no, you have to have the players to make it happen. And it feels like year in and year out, no matter what they start with, San Diego gets to that point by the end of July.
Sam, AJ Preller still has many detractors. So let's just speak for them for a moment. Names like Max Fried and Trey Turner, and you mentioned the Washington players. And look, there's so many other guys, Andres Munoz, and on down the road, prospects that have been traded away that are all-stars elsewhere. In general, though, isn't what he's doing what almost every other team in baseball does? I mean, is there a team anywhere that you can find that doesn't have a former prospect starring elsewhere? This seems like this isn't just a Padre thing. A lot of teams end up trading young talent to get better right away, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, if you are a team that wants to be competitive, you are going to have to sell prospects. And sometimes you're going to regret that in a little way, but the hope has always been that you get the short-term rewards. That hasn't worked out for San Diego, and I think that's probably where those complaints come from, is that like, well, we were doing this so we would get that championship and that pennant that we could point to every time we go to Petco. But like, it hasn't worked out that way. I understand that. But yeah, every organization, I mean, you look at like the Orioles, right? Like the Orioles got to a place last year where it felt like they were prospect hoarding and they were keeping on to guys for too long, and they should have turned the corner. They obviously went and got Corbin Burns, but they let him go, and they didn't turn that corner, and they fell into a pit because they weren't willing to trade prospects. Even they traded away Kyle Stowers, who's now an all-star. So like, even the teams that are hoarding prospects, sometimes they still let one slip through their fingers and go elsewhere and be stars elsewhere.
Talking to Sam Dykstra, MILB.com, and Ethan Salas is now the number 1 prospect in the Padres system. I know that he's been injured this year, but there's there's not conversation that he's not as good as we think he is. But were you surprised that maybe he wasn't moved instead of DeVries?
I haven't been privy to what the conversations were. I'm sure if they could have moved Salas instead of DeVries, they would have done that. It sounds like the A's were pretty stringent upon getting somebody of DeVries' caliber. And we're putting together our updated top 100 right now. And I'm not going to say like where Salas will be, but there's a lot of questioning around the industry right now of like, what do you do with a prospect like this? Because coming out of the gate, he was super hot and he was maybe the best catching prospect in baseball. Now we're going on 2 years of down hitting. He didn't exactly perform last year at High A Fort Wayne, turned things around at the end of the year. But then this year was not very good at San Antonio before he got hurt, and now we haven't seen him for so long. So how do you value that? I think it's difficult to trade that away because teams know you are basically selling at a low point for Salas. Yes, you could be the team that brings him back, but he doesn't hold as much value as he did 2 years ago, whereas DeVries is a little bit more of a sure thing in terms of what he is today.
Sam, I think the Padre fans' worst nightmare, and I'm asking you the questions from this angle because what you said at the beginning is really how I kind of feel personally about all of these trades. I think the Padres have done themselves, great things for this season, and you've got to roll the dice if you're going to try to compete for a championship, especially in a smaller market. But the Padre fans' worst nightmare is that DeVries ends up for the A's or somebody else like Fernando Tatis Jr. and Mason Miller becomes James Shields.
Oh.
That's the nightmare, right? So how do you couch that as a general manager in baseball and, take a shot like this, knowing that the worst could happen conceivably. And, you're going to take a lot of backlash that way. AJ Preller seems kind of immune to doing that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you don't want to take risk in baseball, then you're never going to sign anybody. You're never going to acquire anybody. You're always going to be worried about, well, what's the worst thing that could happen here? And you're going to never make the playoffs. I mean, in order to make the postseason, you have to be willing to take some swings. So, yes, dealing away DeVries could hurt down the line. Now, by the time he's in the major leagues, maybe they go off and sign somebody else, or maybe they have the next Leo DeVries already in their system. It's possible. Between the time that he's in the major leagues, we're probably talking about at least 2 years away at this point. There's still so much that could happen both with him and the Padres themselves. So yeah, if Mason Miller flames out, sure. But what have we seen in the last few years? It seems with really good and deep bullpens are the ones who are working themselves deeper into October and November. Yeah. So the best thing you can do is make sure you are one of those teams having the best and deepest bullpen. And even if you look at it as oh, this is strength, you can never be too strong with your pitching core. So it's mostly shoring up a place that has the most question marks in baseball is just pitching, right? You can never have too much pitching. Going out and getting one of the guys who does something nobody else on the planet can do outside of maybe Aroldis Chapman and a few others, that's less risky, I think, than it seems on its face.
Yeah, Sam Dykstra, MILB.com. And I thought if anybody was going to be, not critical of the Padres, but at least, trending towards the fact that maybe they've, traded away too many prospects. It might be somebody like yourself, Sam, but you seem to, think that the Padres have taken the proper, and smart risks here, and hopefully they'll get the rewards in the end. I got a kick out of everything this year after the trade deadline. And what I got a kick out of was people telling us and complaining and writing us and, saying, well, now the farm system is completely devoid of talent. And the reason I got a kick out of it is because it's the very same thing everybody said last year when the Padres traded away 16 prospects, not all of them right at the deadline. Some of them went a little earlier in the trades for Arise and Cease, but 16 of them left last year, and evidently the system was not, totally bare. Where is it now after what they traded last week?
Yeah, I mean, I will say this. I think it is more bare now than it has been since I started doing prospect rankings in 2021. That's after the Soto trade, after last year's trade. It's a really rough system right now. But again, the whole point of having a farm system is to supplement the major league team. So sometimes you do that with the prospects themselves. Sometimes you do that through trades. And I think in that way, it is serving the organization. I will point out there, though, I mean, they had an interesting draft, and then they were picking 25th. And Cruz Schoolcraft fell to them at pick number 25. He was our 19th ranked draft prospect, 6'8" left-hander, plenty to dream on there, plus fastball, plus slider, really good changeup. He could be the star of the system pretty quickly. We'll see how things go next year as he transitions into pro pitching, but he has the potential to be that next guy who San Diego fans are focused on and being like, you can't trade away Cruz Schoolcraft. He's our future ace.
You sound like you know our fan base a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, yeah.
Not only that,
I'm online.
Not only that, I think he just told us who the Padres will be trading next trade deadline, maybe. Who knows? Well, look, Sam, we're all hoping this is the year in San Diego. Look, it's been, we haven't had a championship, and maybe AJ Preller pushed all the right buttons this time around. But I appreciate you giving us a little update on what went the other way, and hopefully trying to get our fans to understand a little better what AJ Preller was thinking. Appreciate the time. Continue the great work, man. We enjoy it. And thanks for joining us. Hope we do it again.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Sam Dykstra dropping the knowledge on us from MILB.com. He seemed to be pretty bullish on what the Padres did, even though he's a, minor, to me, guys that follow the minor league players normally value them much higher than we do.
Because they see them on an everyday basis.
They see them, they get to know them, etc. And so when you trade 11 of them, right, like the Padres did, a lot of people in Sam's position say, yeah, they gave away a lot. He doesn't seem to think so. I mean, he understands what they gave away, but he thinks what they did is what they should do. I agree with him.
Yeah.
So, I don't ever really have a lot to argue with him about.
He could have a secret
based on
agenda
that interview.
because now he can't cover Leo DeVries, but he didn't have a secret agenda.
Leo DeVries is going to be good, and that's okay. They've lost good guys before, and they're still in a pretty good position right now.
I agree.
We'll see.
I agree.
As I mentioned at the beginning of the show, after their loss last night, they're now 2-2 since the trade deadline. It's not working out. Wish we could go back.
Oh, yeah?
No, I don't.
Okay, good.
I don't. I got a couple minutes here. Oh, I got to congratulate Matthew, the winner. It wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me.
You didn't give yourself the tickets.
No.
To the Padre Red Sox game. Matthew called in. He got it. He heard the highlight there of Manny homering at Fenway Park, and he dialed in immediately, and he was the winner. So, Matthew, congrats. Enjoy the Padre Red Sox game on Saturday. And for the rest of you, between now and 5:30, we're giving away another pair. And you'll just have to listen again for that sounder of Jesse Agler calling Manny Machado's home run at Fenway Park last year.
The chat takes it very personally. By the way, you can join us on YouTube. Just search 97.3 The Fan. Watch all of our shows here on the station.
Right.
The chat takes it very personally when they get hung up on. And they're openly conspiring on how to get the next tickets by saying, just stay on hold. You're going to be there on the other side when they give away the new tickets. That doesn't work because I drop everyone after.
Yeah, Scrappy doesn't like that. Number one. Number two, you don't know when we're going to give the tickets away. So don't stay on hold.
You can't stay on hold. I drop everyone.
I honestly hope you have a little more going on in your life than that.
No, I mean, I
Not
appreciate
you, them.
No, I appreciate them like wanting the tickets and listening for the tickets.
I get it,
but you can't cheat on me because I take it very seriously.
You can't cheat on Scraby because you can't cheat a cheater. And he knows.
Fine with me.
He knows. By the way, today at the bottom of the next hour, 3:30, we're going to play Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show. That means you listening to the show right now or watching it on YouTube, you could be today's contestant to face Scraby in the Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, of course, Scraby loses to Tony. Today, he's going to have a chance to lose to you.
Lost to John and Marietta last time.
John and Marietta beat him last time. So, Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show. If you think you want to play, don't go anywhere. About 3:15, I'll tell you how you can be today's contestant. So stick around for that. We got a lot of good stuff coming up today on the show. Scrabe.
What else do we got?
I don't know. That's pretty much it. Unless you had a good big five.
We do have a good big five.
Good.
There's a couple topics. And I also, really think that Joe Flacco, here's a topic in the big five.
Okay.
The big Flacco. He thinks he doesn't need to practice anymore because he's that good. So we'll talk about that.
Well, I think he's looking at the competition in the Cleveland Browns quarterback room, and he's assuming that if he just doesn't play, he might do himself better than going out there and showing.
Starter.
He might still be the starter. I mean, he has to beat out Shador. He's got to beat out Dylan Gabriel, two rookies.
I think he might be hurt, Dylan Gabriel.
I don't know, but I'm just saying he's in the room.
He's in the room.
He's got to beat out – who are the other guys? They got like 9 guys.
Oh, they have small hands.
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett, poor guy.
I know, poor Kenny Pickett. They just signed Ricky Huntley today. Is it Ricky Huntley? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, he played for the Dolphins last year.
Yeah, he's not going to help. Believe me. I can tell you that right now. So, yeah, I mean, these are the guys he's trying to beat out. So I think Joe Flacco's just sitting
Tyler Huntley.
Tyler, thank you. Yeah, Ricky Huntley was an old linebacker for the I think it was the Cardinals back in the day. Anyway, Joe Flacco was probably pretty smart. Just going to sit and let them all lose the job.
He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing, I guess.
It wouldn't surprise me if Joe Flacco is the opening day starter.
I fully predict that.
For the Brown men.
Sorry to the Browns fans. Your year is already done.
Browns fans know they deserve this. Because
I don't think they deserve it.
But they're a part of what happened. Hour number 2.
San Diego is my city and local.
San Diego's #1 sports talk station, 97.3 The Fan. Crisello, Matt Scraby alongside today. Odyssey Palace Studios. Tony Gwynn Jr., idle. Padres, not idle. Once again, at Arizona. Darvish on the mound tonight. Ryan Nelson counters, right-hander for the D-backs. Still looking for a Padre lineup. They have
many more options to go through now. So
they do. I'm pretty sure it'll look similar to last night's, but Gavin Sheets went 0 for 2, so he'll probably be out, and Ryan O'Hearn will be in. That's my guess for tonight. I don't think there'll be a whole lot more in the way of changes, but we'll see. The Diamondbacks lineup is out, and the aforementioned Corbin Carroll, who statistically owns Darvish, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 8 hits, and 15 at-bats, is the first guy that Darvish will face tonight. So we're going to get into the Daily Gambit. I have some good news and bad news for those of you out there who like baseball hijinks. I came across this last night thanks to my neighbor Ryan. Good guy. I've talked about him before. He's a big Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. Probably no better reason than why I'm a Dolphins fan. He's from out here. He went to school out here, but he loves the Buccaneers. Anyway, he and his wife tried to get tickets to go see the Savannah Bananas. They are coming and playing. I didn't even know this. They're playing at Petco Park on September 5th and 6th.
I think you're like maybe 6 months behind on this news.
Well, all right. Okay, you're right. I am behind on it, but maybe not everybody, knows. They're playing here at Petco Park, the Savannah Bananas. And everybody, I think, has heard of these guys and what they're all about. I would say the best comparison is just say they're kind of Harlem Globetrotters of baseball, and they have a lot of fun. Anyway, Ryan and his wife Myra tried to get tickets to see the Savannah Bananas, and they couldn't.
Yeah, sorry.
And they said that they had to go into a, what do you call it?
Lottery.
A lottery.
Yep. A lot of people did.
So many people wanted tickets to see these guys that it was a lottery situation. They did not get chosen. So they can't go.
A lot of people didn't get chosen. I've heard from a lot of them.
So these guys are going to sell out these 2 games like over 40,000 both days. That's incredible.
It is incredible.
Incredible.
It is incredible. Be careful what you say, though, because last time I talked about this, when you were on vacation helping that woman out of the gondola,
yeah,
I got crushed.
For what?
Because I said that the bananas are not for me, but it's okay if you like them. But apparently you can't have that opinion about the bananas.
I didn't say one way or the other.
I know you didn't. I'm just relaying my experience.
Yeah, I've seen some of the clips on Twitter, and looks like a lot of fun.
Matt says on the chat, I was chosen, and the only tickets left were $1,200 VIP tickets.
Those are what he had a chance to buy, those and only those. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It is quite the hot ticket.
It really is.
I mean, it's incredible.
That you are not lying about.
So
it's one of the harder tickets to get in the country right now.
I guess. Savannah Bananas Baseball. We're going to try to get somebody on from the organization to talk about what they do and what they're going to be all about when they come to San Diego about a month from right now.
Yep.
I don't know that we can wager on the Savannah Bananas, but we can take a look at some of the other picks in today's Daily Gambit.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in the Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. I was trying to look and see if there was odds on Savannah Bananas because they can lose. It's not like the Globetrotters, like where they win every single time. They have
Globetrotters
lost.
now and again lost to the Washington Generals, not many times.
But the Bananas I don't even know if I'm calling them the right thing, but the Bananas lose to like regular teams.
The Bananas play a 2-hour time limit is one of the things I'm aware of. And they decide the game not with a home run hitting contest, but I believe they decide the game if it's tied. And this sounds so fun that you almost want the game to be tied. There's a pitcher, a batter, and one fielder. And the batter hits the ball and then runs as far as the batter can before the fielder retrieves the ball and tries to score a run. That is how they decide it. If one team scores, the other doesn't, game's over.
Do they have the power for the swing off? Is that why they're doing the sprint off?
I don't know.
That is exciting, though. I would watch that.
They have a lot of crazy rules,
I would watch that for sure.
Anyway, we'll try to find out more about the Bananas before they get to town.
Is it wrong if I call them the Nanners?
The Nanners?
All right, I'll move on.
Okay.
Let's go into the bets that we made last night. Padres were 1.5 run favorites over Arizona. We both chose the Padres. We were both wrong. Arizona won 6-2.
Lost that one.
Padres D-backs total score over under 9. Chris went under. I went over. It was 8, so it was under.
So I won that one, yeah?
Yep. JP Sears over under 15.5 outs in the game last night. It's surprising that he got to 15 outs, to be honest with you.
I thought this was the easiest bet on the board.
Me too.
Like, to me, if he would have pitched 5 perfect innings, they would have taken him out.
They have been taking Randy Vasquez out when he's been pitching well all year in the 4th inning, but then they let JP Sears go 5. It makes no sense to me.
I'm not. You're not wrong.
Anyway, we both said under, so we made it because he only went 5 innings. So it's 15.5 outs.
Yeah.
Glass now over under 6.5 Ks last night. We both said over, barely over 7.
7 for Glass now. He pitched well. Dodgers lost to the Cardinals, though, in a 3-2 ball game. Cardinals go up there and do the Padres a little favor with that. Thank you, Cardinals.
Then Marlins were 1.5 run favorites over the Astros. You chose the Astros. I chose the Marlins. Going with the hot hand. Didn't work out for me. Astros win 8-2.
That's because George Costanza was the starting pitcher for the Astros last night.
What's his name? Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander. That's his
I can
name.
only envision Jason Alexander in a Dodgers uniform. I don't know why, but now I'm just going to envision him being George Costanza.
Okay.
Vlad Jr. over under 2.5 total bases. Chris went under. I went over. Chris was right. He only had 1. He went 1 for 5.
How did he only have 1? They had 25 hits in that game.
Yeah, I think he went 1 for 5.
That is the high for any team in Major League Baseball this year. 25 hits for the Jays.
And then finally, who had more hits plus runs plus RBIs, Ohtani or Tatis? We both said Tatis. Both of them tied. 1-1.
Tie.
Yeah.
All right. Fernando almost won that because his very last at bat of the game, he hit the ball to the fence in center field, but Alec Thomas tracked it down out
He's good.
there. He seems to be pretty good against the Padres.
He's not good
he doesn't
elsewhere?
do a whole lot the rest of the time, but he homered last night and made some good defensive plays. All right, here we go for tonight. Tonight, again, same as last night. Padres, Arizona, 9 runs over under. I'll let you start tonight.
I'm going to go under because
you're going to go under today.
Darvish is going to hold the D-backs down.
Go under. Ryan Nelson also pitching. He's an under guy, but I'll say over. Padres have been hitting. After last night's 2, I say they come up big. Who pitches longer into the game?
Wait, so you say under or over?
I'm saying over on this one.
Oh, okay.
Who's pitching longer into the game? Darvish or Ryan Nelson? Basically, who gets more outs?
You're up first.
Well, I got to go with my guy, right? Darv.
I'm going with Darv too.
But Nelson's probably going to win this because, again, unless Darvish is pitching lights out again, they're going to get him out in the 5th inning or 6th. There's no reason not to with the bullpen that the Padres have.
But they do. But I think they do want Darvish. He went 7 last game. Is that? I believe he went 7.
Oh, and he gave up nothing.
Yeah,
he had to give up nothing to
get
go 7. Yeah, but I'll take. You know what? I'm changing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ryan Nelson. I don't think the D-backs will be in a hurry to get him out.
Probably true.
All right, Toronto at Colorado tonight, 11.5 runs.
Woo.
Toronto won 15-1 last night with those 25 hits.
I'm going to go over.
Over 11.5. Seems like an over. The Rockies, I said this yesterday, unfortunately, they're playing a little better. They've won 30 games now, and they have 50 left. So they only need to win 12 more to beat the White Sox. That's how bad the White Sox were last year.
That's pretty bad.
Because it doesn't seem like the Rockies, would have been able to catch them. But now the Rockies are probably not going to end up the worst team ever, which I think is disappointing. A missed opportunity.
Yes, missed opportunity for sure.
Dodgers 1.5 over the Cardinals. Cardinals with the win last night. Scrape. How about tonight?
Is it Sheehan?
Sheehan for the Dodgers, and I forgot for the Cardinals.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals to at least lose by 1.
You're going to stay with and hope. I can't see the Dodgers losing again to the Cardinals. Take the Dodgers. Garrett Crochet, one of your favorite pitchers.
Yes.
6 1/3 innings. Over under at Kansas City.
So that's 19 innings. 19 outs, I mean.
This seems like an over. Crochet has been going at least 7 almost every time out. I'm going to go over.
They have been doing weird things with his starts.
Okay.
Because they want to save his arm. So I'm going to go under.
Under. Red Sox, by the way, have blown past the Yankees in the AL East. I hadn't noticed.
Yankees are in free fall.
Yankees are in third now, and they're 2 games behind the Red Sox. So Boston's been playing well, and they're coming here this weekend. Dante Bichette, not Dante, but his son Bo, playing at Coors Field. Hit 2 homers last night. Does he get over 2.5 total bases tonight?
No.
Goes under. Bichette happens. That used to be an old saying when Dante was there. I'll say over.
All right.
Indiana Fever without Caitlin Clark, maybe for who knows how long. Still out. Still favored, though, by 2.5 at the Sparks. Kelsey Plum. Come on, Kelsey. I'll take the Sparks at home. +2.
I'll take the Sparks, too.
Oh. One more. Liberty home to the Dallas Wings. And that means we got Paige Beckers against Sabrina Ionescu. Ionescu, 5-point favorite over Beckers in terms of scoring points. So you go Ionescu -5, or do you take Paige Beckers?
I am going to go with Paige Beckers.
I have been a fan of Paige Beckers. And you know I'm not a fan of Ionescu.
That's true.
But you never bet with your heart.
You're going Ionescu?
No.
Oh, okay.
I won't. I'm not going to root for Ionescu. I'll take Beckers. Somebody posted a video on Instagram of Sophie Cunningham.
Yes.
Who's kind of not polarizing. People like her, but she's become quite popular now for being the protector and kind of the roughhouse player in the WNBA. So she's guarding Paige Beckers and it kind of bumped her and knocked her off the ball and stole it and ran down the other way for a layup. And I guess Sophie Cunningham posted this on her Instagram, like, look at this play I made. And the Paige Beckers fans were not pleased.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Fan groups are so annoying.
They came back with, she pushed her down on the floor. I can't believe she would post this. Come on.
I don't know when we got to the point of...
This is what it's about now,
I don't know when we got to this point.
Yeah.
Where it's like the Swifties out there, they'll show up at your house and egg you. I couldn't say what I really wanted to say.
Taylor Swift. Yeah.
The Swifties, there's plenty of them.
As far as you guys all know out there, all you Swifties, big fan. Don't ask me to name a song, though.
Oh, you know many songs.
Shake It Off. But I can't name one. Oh, there you go. I could have named that one. More Gwynn and Chris coming up after we check traffic, people. back. Gwynn and Chris, 320. 321. Just like that. Changed on a dime. Scraby's over there. Adam Klug in the building.
Yes.
Tony Gwynn Jr., idol. We roll on with the Padres pregame show coming up a little after 5:30. Padres and Diamondbacks tonight. Darvish, Ryan Nelson, the ball game tonight.
How does he spell his name?
Same as Ryan Sandberg.
Okay.
R-Y-N-E. Which reminds me, last week, Scraby goes, how do you spell rhyme? And I thought he said rhyme as in like two words that sound the same. And he's like, is it R-Y-M-E? And I go, no, it's R-H-Y-M-E. And he goes, no, it isn't. I'm looking at it here.
I'm on Baseball Reference, Chris.
Yeah, right. He goes, I'm on Baseball Reference. I go, why are you on Baseball Reference to look up the spelling of rhyme?
I knew.
And he goes, because it's Rhyme Sandberg. And I go, oh, Rhine.
Yes.
Yeah, that is R-Y-N-E.
Yes.
Anyways, we had a miscommunication, as often happens on this program. All right, before we move on, coming up at the bottom of the hour, we got Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show. If you'd like to play today, write us on the chat why you should be today's contestant. Very simple. We've done this before. Don't make it too long. Don't necessarily beg, but just give us something interesting and fun as to why you should play the Fantabulous Sports Game Show today and why and how you're going to beat Scraby.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll get your chance to play, be our contestant today in the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. Scraby will go through some of the better entries.
Yes.
So I'm sorry for those of you that are on the phone or driving. You obviously are not on the chat. So you'll have to wait another time for this opportunity, but this is going to be open to the people watching on YouTube in the chat. All right. So do that. You got about 5 or 10 minutes to do that. And we'll get a contestant for the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. In the meantime, we have all heard from Padres Chief Executive Officer Eric Grupner today, and this is an article from Jeff Sanders in the San Diego Union Tribune. It's online right now. It'll probably be in the paper tomorrow. Padres are raising ticket prices for a 5th consecutive year. Dun, 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 dun.
Season ticket prices.
Season ticket prices for a 5th straight year. Thank you. Season tickets will come with a weighted average increase of 7% for 2026, more than doubling last year's increase. Dun, 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 dun.
I love these sound effects.
Yeah, well, I mean, people hear this and they immediately lose it. Like, how can they do this? What are they, it's on and on and on, the complaining. Here's the deal. And
I don't consider it complaining. I consider it righteous griping.
Righteous griping. Okay, I'll give you that. But here's the quote from Eric Grupner. You're probably not going to like it, but I'll give it to you anyway. As a result of our continued investment in the ballpark and payroll, strong demand for Padre tickets, and significant increases in the cost of city services that the Padres must pay to operate the ballpark, members will see a moderate, I like that word, it's moderate if you don't have to pay it, moderate price increase for the 2026 season. Now, a couple of things fair to point out. Padres did not raise season tickets at all from 2017 to 2021. They had a 5-year stretch there. Since then, based on membership, tenure, seating locations, various plans, this is all in the article, the prices have increased from 20% 2022, 18% the following year, 9%, and then this year, 3%. Next year, apparently 7%. Here's my point, and I'm probably not the best guy to have an opinion on it because I'm not a season ticket holder, nor am I somebody that's probably even thinking about it, right? I'm lucky. I'm in the media. I have a chance sometimes to go to games, etc. So I'm probably not the best person, but this is the cost to me of having a really good contending team in a smaller market. The Padres do spend a lot of money. I don't think you can sit there and go, well, this is ridiculous. Look at the crappy product they're putting out there. They're not spending, they're taking my pay increase, but they're not using it to spend on payroll. They are. So to that extent, this is part of what goes along with it. I don't know about all this other stuff with investing in the ballpark and operating the ballpark and city services. That's a piece of a little bit of gobbledygook, but it's probably part of the reason for sure. But the bottom line is you want to have a good team, you want to compete, you're going to have to pay for it. I said it when we were trying to get our stadium built for the Chargers. I didn't want to give the Spanoses any money, but to me, that's the price of having a football team in this day and age and a good stadium. You're going to have to pay for it. Other cities are willing to do it. And they did, and we didn't, and we don't have our team anymore. So if you don't want to pay the price increase for Padre tickets, nobody will be holding a gun to your head, right? It's up to you. But also understand, the Padres are coming from a bit of a position of strength now, Scrabe. These games are sold out almost every night. People want these tickets. That gives the Padres the ability to push the envelope a little. Now I'll hear from you.
I think everybody knows that I'm not a fan of something like this.
Yeah, I know you're not, and that's fine. You're speaking for the person out there. You're speaking for the guy who's writing the check. I've
told this story a million times. My grandpa had season tickets to the 49ers for over 25 years. When they moved to their new stadium, they completely said, screw you, we got more money elsewhere.
Yeah.
You have to pay $15,000 per seat just to have the right to buy the tickets.
The NFL is, really, if you want to be an NFL season ticket holder, forget it. You got to buy the games. You got to buy preseason games, which you don't even go to. And a lot of places you have to pay a ticket license just to buy the tickets.
Exactly.
It's incredible.
Here's my thing on the Padres. I think that they definitely should take advantage of the great business opportunity that they have in front of them. But I also don't like that fans who sat through all the bad years are going to be priced out. That's not something I'm a fan of, because those are the people that you need to keep.
You would love to keep them. I don't disagree.
Because all the other people are just people with money who just go just to go. And it's not their life like some of these people.
I shouldn't speak for Eric Grupner at all, but I believe the Padres would love to keep all of the season ticket holders that have been with them through it all. But that's just not realistic anymore.
It's not.
The price of poker keeps going up, and eventually it gets to the point where you, whoever you might be, wherever that line is, may be priced out. And that is a shame. It is a bit of the collateral damage that comes along with the rising prices of sports, professional sports in general. It is expensive to go. I get it. But you're going. 49 of the 55 games this year have been a sellout. That's a lot of sellouts. So the Padres look, I know that you don't like this. I'm trying to at least get you to, not you, the listener in general. Nobody likes this. Nobody wants to hear this. I'm trying to at least get people to see perhaps, why this is happening again.
Jeffrey says on the chat, and this is, people may not know this, I did graduate college with a business degree.
Okay.
And Jeffrey says the free market dictates that the Padres should raise prices as long as the market will bear it. And that's exactly true. And the market will bear it. I just feel like there should be some sort of way for some of these people who have been paying into season tickets for years not to have to go through. Like if you've had season tickets for 15 years,
right?
We're not going to raise your prices. You're going to have to pay new prices, maybe, because
that'd be an interesting.
We're not going to raise your prices, but all you new people, you're going to have to pay a member fee.
How about if you were like a 30-year season ticket holder, right? Should there?
You should get your tickets for free, number one, because you sat there for a long time with no team.
Bad games, yeah.
I would like to see those people not left out, and I understand that this is just how every single business in this country operates. Big business. This is what they do. And this is the perfect time for the Padres to make some money, because they are making money. And if we want this team to continue to put out a product like they are on the field, we're going to have to deal with it, I guess. I'm like on a 10,000 foot view. I don't like it, but I understand it.
Yeah. Well, it's, the news is out, so we're passing it along. Don't kill the messenger. Okay. There you have it. Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show. We're going to have some fun. Not going to cost you a thing. You can play. You can listen along and play. It's coming up when Gwynn and Chris continues. Hello, Scravy. If your name is John Patrick Sears, I've got bad news for you. You have just been sent to the minor leagues. Padres send down JP Sears after that poor start yesterday. You better pitch well. Right now, they've got a lot of options. Sears gets sent down. Sean Reynolds is back in the bullpen. So Scraby and I started thinking, okay, what are they going to do with the rotation? Got Darvish tonight. Nestor Cortes makes his debut tomorrow. Day off Thursday. Pivetta against Boston Friday. Cease against Boston Saturday. What about Sunday? Well, manager Mike Schilt did say yesterday that he expects Michael King to make his next start as a Padre. Could it be that King is put back in the rotation for Sunday's game against Boston? That's just Scraby and I putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 5.
Yeah,
but we're guessing.
Usually that's what we do.
There's no announcement on that, although Schilt will meet with the media in a little while. We'll probably get word from him on whether, maybe that's what they're thinking, or are they just going to keep Sunday open for now? How about a lineup for tonight's game, Scraby? Let's have that.
Fernando leading off. Luis Ariz batting second. Manny Machado DHing batting third. Jackson Merrill cleaning up in center field. Xander Bogaerts, shortstop, batting fifth. Ramon Laureano moves up to the sixth, or where was he? Was he at
seventh?
He was seventh yesterday. Mm-hmm. Left field, sixth spot. Jake Cronenworth, seventh. Jose Iglesias, eighth. And Diaz, ninth, with Yu Darvish on the mound.
Iglesias playing third?
Yes, correct.
My goodness, he's good defensively. Iglesias.
He really is.
Whew.
I was down there at the park on Saturday watching him and Xander do like warm-up stuff or drills or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Iglesias was just making everything look so smooth.
Well, he's got the softest hands. I mean, he must use, what is that, Dove hand cream or something? All right. I don't know. In my mind, I'm losing it here. Yeah, thank you. That's the Padre lineup for tonight. All right. You got a contestant, or do you have the winner of who's going to be a contestant for our Fantabulous Sports Game Show?
I went through it quickly. I didn't see everything.
You don't have to read all of them. Just give me the winner and who.
But this person has been in line.
Okay, to play.
And I know this person. They're going to be a good player. But Tyler, call in right now.
Tyler, if you're out there, give us a call. You have been chosen to participate in the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. 833-288-0973. I feel like the guy from The Price is Right. Tyler, come on down.
It was what was his name? Rod Roddy?
Rod Roddy. There was a guy before him who was there a long time before Rod Roddy, and I don't remember that guy's name, but yeah. So when Tyler's calls in, should be hopefully momentarily here.
He was just on the chat.
So. We will get him in there and hopefully have our game. There he is from Point Loma. Tyler, will answer the phone.
Okay, Tyler, I just put Tyler on hold. Just stay right there, Tyler.
Do the phones work today?
Yes, we took some calls earlier.
Problem we had yesterday.
Yeah.
Tyler, are you there, sir?
Okay, hold on.
Put him on.
There we go.
Hey, Tyler. Are you there?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, very good, sir. You ready to play a little Fantabulous Sports Game Show?
Feeling a little on the spot, but I put my name in the hat and I got drawn, so let's get to it.
Let's do it. All right.
We're
We're counting on you to beat Scraby. I'll give you the category in a moment. There are 19 correct answers today, guys, but pretty, big name guys that you're going to be choosing from here. And what you guys are going to try to name with, rotating order here. Correct answer, 10 correct answers will win it for you. And 3 strikes and you'll lose. I'll give you the category in a minute because Scraby wants to check traffic first, so hold tight.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Caltrans, reminding you of work on the 805 through 2027. Unfortunately, no big surprises on our roads. Crash has cleared on northbound 163 before Kearneyville Road, and an accident clearing stage on the coastline, northbound 5 before Oceanside Boulevard, everything over the right shoulder. Caltrans reminds you they are working on $54 million in improvements to northern central San Diego with the 805 drainage and surface infrastructure project stretching from the 5 to the 52 through the year 2027. Please plan accordingly. And Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, all you beautiful people out there, it's time to play one of our favorite games of the week.
All right.
We like to call it
Ooh, I'm going to go.
Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show. And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we got Tyler in place. He is today's contestant going up against Scraby. Tyler's out in Point Loma there, the hometown of Eric Allen, new Hall of Famer. So I just thought I'd throw that in.
Okay.
I'll give you the category in a moment. Before I get to it, Johnny Olson was the guy who used to bring the contestants down on The Price is Right. Thank you, somebody, for getting that in.
Padres Tom.
All right, here's today's category, Tyler. You guys are going to name the 19 quarterbacks one at a time who threw for over 3,000 yards last year.
Oh, no.
You're looking for 19 NFL quarterbacks. Obviously, these are the best quarterbacks in the league. You're trying to get the guys who threw for over 3,000 yards last year.
Is it bad that I immediately thought Tom Brady?
Tom Brady would be an incorrect answer. He did not play in the league last year, so that would probably be wrong. But Tyler, I'll give you the chance to go first, if you'd like. You want to go first, or do you want to pass to Scraby?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the chance to go first here and try and take an easy one off the board.
Okay.
Get the jump on Scrapes, and I'll go with Mr. Josh Allen.
Ooh. Josh Allen last year, believe it or not now, guys, Josh Allen was 14th in passing yardage last year in the NFL, 3,731. He is a correct answer. Not maybe as high on the list as we might have thought.
Yeah,
all right,
he had
Scraby,
a ton of rushing yards, and he had a passing touchdown against the 49ers. So.
Stop that.
Or receiving touchdown, I'm sorry.
Oh, that I do remember.
Lamar Jackson.
I think he passed it to himself.
He did. Amari Cooper. Yeah. Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson was 6th, 4,172. Guys are up on the board, one apiece. 17 correct answers left. Quarterbacks with over 3,000 yards passing last year, Tyler.
Scraby's favorite quarterback in the league, Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick made it last year, 3,928.
I did.
He was 7th on the passing yardage list last year. Scraby, you're up. Down 2-1. A tight beginning to the game.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow is number 1. 4,918. Top of the list.
Wow.
Burrow.
Okay.
So we're tied at 2. And now it's Tyler's turn with 15 correct answers left. Tyler, give me one.
Underrated hero of my fantasy team last year, C.J. Stroud.
Ooh.
C.J. Stroud. He made it. Yeah. 3,727. He was just behind Josh Allen. 15th on the passing yardage list. Good job, Tyler.
That is a good one.
Tyler's obviously knowledgeable. Guesser
yeah,
here.
that's. I knew that was
going
the
with
case.
CJ
I'm not
Stroud,
just choosing the easy outs, Chris.
Well, he knew. All right, Scrabe, you're back to try and tie it up again.
I'm gonna go to those one and done Lions and Jared Goff. Sorry,
Jared Goff was number 2. He was behind Joe Burrow, 4,600 and something. We are 3-3. 6 correct answers in, 13 remaining. Quarterbacks that threw for over 3,000 yards last year in the NFL. Tyler is our guest contestant today. Doing quite well. Your turn, Tyler.
Let's go with Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. Chargers. Go Chargers, go.
Go Chargers, go.
3,870 for Herbert. Certainly on the list. You know, Justin Herbert only threw, I didn't realize this till I'm looking at it. He only threw 3 picks the whole year.
Oh, yeah, he's just not good.
Now, I didn't say he's not good. I just say win a playoff game. That's all, before I put you in the Hall of Fame.
I think he threw. Did he throw a bunch of interceptions in the playoffs? I don't know for a fact.
I don't think he made the playoffs last year.
Oh, I'm thinking of 2 years ago.
Yeah. All right, Tyler leads 4-3. Scrape.
I'm going to go with Baker Mayfield.
Third on the list. You're just peeling them off there, Scraby. Mayfield, 4,500 yards passing last year. I don't think a lot of people remember that he put up that big numbers.
He put up big numbers.
4-4.
Big numbers.
All right, 11 left.
Yeah, he did make the playoffs last year, and he threw a bunch of interceptions. They lost to the Texans.
Yes, they did. Right, thank you. Yeah, the year before I was thinking the Jacksonville game.
That was also a bad game.
Yeah, so, okay. We're tied at 4, and it's Tyler's turn. It's going to start getting a little tight here, but I don't think we're quite yet to the tight part. We'll see. Tyler, 11 left on the correct answers here.
Let's see. I'll give a shout out to my Vikings fan friends and go with Sam Darnold.
Viking fan friends.
That was my next one.
Do you have a lot of Viking fan friends? I do have one. My old friend Matt Goldman, who has rooted for the Vikings as long as I've rooted for the Dolphins and been just about as disappointed over the years as I have been. Darnold is correct. He's 5th last year, 4,319. 5-4, Tyler leads. You guys are both doing well. No strikes yet. Scraby for the tie.
I'm really hoping that this guy did it. He played a lot of games, but it feels like he only passed for 150 yards a game. But Bo Nix?
Bo Nix is easily on there, 12th, 3,775. I'm going to say it right now. Could not have been more wrong about Bo Nix.
Me too.
I thought he was going to be just a nothing.
Me too.
Far from a nothing. He had a great year, and they're expecting another great one from him this year. Tied at 5. 9 correct answers left. You guys haven't missed one yet. Tyler's turn. Tyler from Point Loma, our guest contestant today. Trying to name a quarterback who threw for over 3,000 yards last year in the NFL. You got it, Tyler.
I feel like this guy has also been a savior of my fantasy team in the past. Jordan Love?
Ooh.
Jordan Love.
Didn't even think about that
The
one.
old Utah State kid.
Oh, yeah.
Another guy that I said was going to be terrible. He's not terrible. And he threw for 3,389 yards. He was 19th.
Oh.
He was the last guy. Tyler, you got it. You got it. You're good. He was last, but he made it. He was 19th.
Sorry.
That's good to know. No, you can cheer all you want, Tyler.
So you need somebody now with more than Jordan Love to get a correct answer. 6'5".
I don't.
Well, it's not Tua, Chris.
Yeah, no Tua's over here.
I didn't tell you what to say or not to say. You guys have to figure that out for yourselves.
I'm pretty sure Tua missed like 6 games due to head injury or something.
I think he missed. Did he even play any games? I don't even remember him playing.
No wonder Tyreek didn't get the ball last year.
No kidding.
I'm going to go with Geno Smith.
4th. That's correct. Geno, 70% passing, 4,320 yards.
That's crazy.
But still just doesn't seem like he's that good of a quarterback. Anyway, his numbers are very good.
Yeah.
We are tied at 6. There are only 7 correct answers to go. And Tyler's turn. Still no strikes. You guys are really impressing me. Go, Tyler. Who you got?
I'm struggling because I don't know if this one's been said, and I don't want it to cost me a strike if it has. But Jaden Daniels?
Oh, it has not been said.
Has not been said. Jaden Daniels made it 3,568.
Yes.
That gives Tyler the lead.
That's
7-6.
I didn't even think about him either.
Jaden Daniels. Correct.
I'm going to go with the guy who won the Super Bowl,
again.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Give yourself a strike, my friend.
Oh, wait,
no,
really?
No bell.
He didn't pass over 3,000 yards.
He did not. Jalen Hurts, 2,903.
What?
Sorry. Played in 15 games. He missed 2, but he did not make it to 3,000.
Oh, no.
That is a strike for Scraby.
Oh, no.
When I saw this list, I knew that was going to get somebody because you have to guess Jalen Hurts.
Oh, no.
But he didn't make it. So now Tyler's in a bit of a good situation. He's got a 7-6 lead.
Man.
And it's your turn, Tyler. You got to get one of the last 6.
That's the Saquon curse there, Scraby.
I guess so.
Yes, he must have handed it off for
man.
Okay, let's go with someone that has a lot of receiver targets then. Matthew Stafford.
Very good.
That's a
Tyler's
great
kicking
one.
your
That is
butt.
a great one.
Stafford, 13th on the list, 3,762. Tyler's up 8-6 now. He's 2 away from the championship. Scraby, you're in a bit of a desperate spot here. You cannot afford another strike.
I remember us talking about this guy a couple weeks ago and how he wanted to reach certain numbers in his career.
Okay.
So I think that he's passed for over 3,000 yards. Caleb Williams.
Caleb made it 3,005 something or other. He was on there 17th. I would not have guessed him. I thought he.
It's almost like
make it,
if you start at least 16 or 17 games, you
should make it.
You should make it.
Caleb Williams, just for fun, this is not the category. He was sacked 68 times last year. The next was Burrow at 48. Caleb Williams, man, get rid of the ball. 8-7. You get two for the title. You can get one of them here, Tyler. But there's only 4. What are we? 8-7. There's only 4 correct answers remaining. Getting right down to the nitty gritty. Can Tyler come up with one of the one of those that hasn't been said yet?
Oh man.
It's getting tight. 4 guys left will be a correct answer. That is it.
Let's go. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
I thought about it.
There is
he played enough games, though.
There was no way he had 3,897.
Yeah.
Way up there. He's 8th. I thought Aaron Rodgers was the worst player in the league last year. Well, Scrape, it's 9-7. You're going to have to get the last 3 to win. So you better get one of them right now.
You know, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out on my guy.
You're going to go out in a blaze of glory?
They weren't great last year, but I just said it. If you fall out of bed as a starting quarterback in the NFL, you should pass the 3,000 yards. Brock Purdy.
Brock made it. He was 10th. 3,864.
Oh, no!
This is it. Get the song ready. Tyler is down to 2 choices. If he gets one of them, he wins. He needs to miss this for you to stay alive, Scraby. Tyler, for the championship of the Fantabulous Sports Game Show, who is your last guess, or this guess anyway, for a quarterback who threw for 3,000 yards or more last year? Hasn't missed one yet, Scraby. The guy's been on fire.
I don't have confidence in this answer,
okay.
But I'm just hoping it's the luck to end Scraby's game.
No.
I'm going to say Kirk Cousins.
Oh, I thought about him, but I didn't know how many games he played.
He only played 14 games.
That's enough.
Scraby.
He threw for like 600 yards in one game.
3,508 total. Tyler from Point Loma is the winner of today's Fantabulous Sports Game Show. He didn't miss one. He wins at 10-8. And there is your championship music. Tyler, stay on the line. We're going to try to come up with something for you here.
Ugh.
The one guy you
Good job, Tyler.
The one guy you didn't get named doesn't mean you wouldn't have named him.
Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray was the 19th and final one there. Guys who did Russell Wilson, Bryce Young, Drake May, Derek Carr, and on down the line. So you guys did awfully well. I knew you would miss Jalen Hurts, or either you or the contestant, somebody. But as it turned out, it was you, and that gives the title to Tyler.
All right, can we end this game now forever?
Good for you, Tyler. You're now 1-2 against the guest contestants. More Gwynn and Chris coming up. Great job by our guy Tyler. From Point Loma, took down Scraby in the Fantabulous Sports Game Show today. Did not get one incorrect answer. 10 for 10 naming the quarterbacks in the NFL who threw for 3,000 yards. Scraby comes up short yet again. Makes me happy. Always happy to see you go down in flames there. And apparently, according to the chat, they thought you were cheating, which means you're not a very good cheater because you didn't even win.
If I'm cheating, I'm going to win, okay?
Right. They thought Scraby was cheating. Maybe that's because you named all the top 4 answers. That's what people were probably referring to.
To me, that is the easiest part of the list.
Probably so. But anyway, Tyler did it. Good job. We appreciate him coming on and playing the Fantabulous with us today. We're going to do a little Chris versus the fans now. Give the rest of you a chance to do some trivia.
I'm going to have to read the prize today because I did not switch the prize in the sheet.
I'll let you do that as people call in at 833-288-0973 to play Chris versus the fans. Let me just give a couple of quick notes. Aaron Judge is back for the Yankees, DHing tonight. Giancarlo Stanton not in the lineup for the Yanks. They're in a big slump and have been since Judge was on the injured list. Jackson Chourio, for those who love him, 2 to 4 more weeks on the injured list. And the young phenom, Jacob Mizorowski, also mid-August. They're thinking for him. Reds say they're using caution, but they put their lefty, Nick Lodolo, on the IL with a blister. Cubs signed whatever trade deadline, got Mike Soroka, and immediately have put him on the injured list. So that didn't work out too well. One other quick note here. The Phillies, I think we kind of forget about this, but remember Jose Alvarado had the 80-game PED suspension. Pretty good piece of their bullpen. He's due back here shortly. The only bad news for the Phillies there, he can't play in the postseason.
Yep.
So that could still be a big deal. Alvarado's, like I said, a big part, but he'll be back in their bullpen for the rest of the regular season. All right. I think people are dialing in, ready to play. Chris versus the fans.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy, he's dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, so I'm going to have to read the rules in just a second. I got to get them first.
First, we got to get a prize.
Okay, let's get the prize first. You'll be qualified for the grand prize, a 2-night stay at Resorts World Las Vegas plus VIP admission to IU Day Club and $175 food and beverage credit. Celebrate summer with a 2-night stay at Resorts World Las Vegas. Dine poolside at one of the 5 unique pool experiences in the 5.5-acre pool complex, the largest elevated pool deck on the Las Vegas Strip, and experience IU Day Club, stunning oasis inspired by the idyllic islands of Southeast Asia, where the ultimate party concepts transform the weekend into a never-ending summer. Special summer rates available now at rwlasvegas.com, now offering no resort fees and complimentary parking.
Whoa. And the game is over. We're out of time. Time to go to traffic. My goodness, that took a while.
I stumbled over that one a little bit.
No, it's a long read.
You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and you will get that first question for free today.
After we play the Fantabulous Chris versus the fans, I had a run-in with the whatchamacallit?
I don't know.
In the kitchen. It's
A
going
knife?
away. No.
Oh, the vending machine?
The vending machine.
Are they taking it out right now?
Not yet, but I had a problem. I'll share when we come back.
Oh, the one guy who wants the vending machine may have been
tweaked by the vending machine.
Oh, wow. This is must watch or must listen on the other side of Chris.
Let's play the game first.
Yes.
Go to our contestants.
I'm going to go to the contestants. Let's go to Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas.
Hello, guys.
Welcome in, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You ready to play?
Here we go. He's ready. Sounds ready.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Which of the new Padres additions hit a home run on Sunday?
It was Laureano.
Hey,
Laureano is correct.
I was gonna say probably not J.P. Sears.
No, no, for many reasons.
He may hit one now. He's going down to El Paso, where everybody can hit a home run.
All right, here we go. Question number 2. Let's see. What 2 other teams has Nick Pivetta pitched for
in his career before the Padres?
Before the Padres, which 2 other teams has he pitched for?
Well, I know we got him from the Red Sox. I don't know the team before that. I'm going to say Red Sox and Pirates.
Ooh.
Pirates.
Pirates. Stay there, though, Thomas. I don't know if Chris...
Tough.
Chris probably knows this, though.
I thought he was a Tiger? Red Sox and Tigers. What?
Yes.
I missed
Thomas,
it.
you were still alive.
Who else did he pitch for? I
Phillies.
totally forgot. Oh, Phillies.
That's why he said Pirates. I was like,
Phillies.
he was
didn't get it.
close.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. Boy, I didn't remember the Phillies.
Yeah,
Totally.
I believe he
escaped
started
me.
with them.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Here
Well,
we
I'm
go.
sure he did. He's only been with 2 other teams.
That's true.
We know he's
Good point. By process of elimination.
Process of elimination. He started with the Phillies. All right, that's
All
a
right.
good one.
Here we go. Question number
And
3.
good news for you, Thomas. You're still in the hunt here.
All right. This is a tough one. And the question is kind of long, so stay with me. What historic ballpark hosted a regular season game between the Cardinals and Giants last year to honor the legacy of the Negro Leagues?
The name of the historic
Name of the
ballpark?
historic ballpark that hosted a regular season game between the Cardinals and Giants last year to honor the legacy of the Negro Leagues.
Yes.
I don't know that Chris knows this. Go ahead, Thomas.
I'm going to guess Wrigley.
Wrigley Field.
Wrigley.
says.
Stay there.
You know, it was in Birmingham. And I think it was in Birmingham, but it was Rickwood Field is the name of that ballpark, I believe. I must be right because you just lost your mind.
Sorry, Thomas. That was good playing.
Rickwood Field?
Yeah.
In Birmingham, I think.
It was in Birmingham.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Thomas, but life
Really-
continues.
Really annoying.
Oh, stop it. Just
Let's go
root
to-
for me. You know, you should start rooting for me and your life will be better. You won't have so much agony rooting against me.
Troy, you're up next.
Hi, Troy. Welcome to it.
Troy?
Hello?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Please don't say the phones aren't working again. Let's go to Lance.
Lance, are you there? Uh-oh.
Lance!
Got really quiet on both of those phone lines.
This cannot be happening again, Chris.
Actually, it can. Sounds like it's happening.
Go-
Try one
I'm
more.
just going down the line.
3 times.
Ron?
Ron? Oh, my God.
This cannot be happening.
You sound like John McEnroe from the famous Wimbledon. You cannot be serious.
Oh,
Well, that's
it
too
is.
bad.
Look, our phones went invalid.
Phones are invalid. Well, there's a couple of things bad about that. 1, we can't finish Chris versus the fans. 2, we're not going to be able to give away the second pair of Padre tickets. People have to call in to win those. Huh? Yeah.
I'm trying not to freak out right now.
Well, don't freak out.
I'm having an on-the-air
meltdown.
woosah
You gonna melt down?
because this is ridiculous.
It's no more ridiculous than what just happened to me with the vending machine.
Okay, go with that. Maybe we can pick this up in a second.
You know how the vending machines work? I don't know how to describe it, but the item is in a bit of a circular rack, right? And you push the button and the rack spins, and when it runs out of space, the item drops. Does everybody? Am I describing that as well as I can?
It works like a regular vending machine.
Okay, so that's people know that. Well, of course, my item got stuck, and it did not drop. So I'm out money right now.
Did you shake it?
The vending machine is it's quite sturdy. I attempted to shake it to no avail. So I lost my item.
No, you said it was quite sturdy.
The vending machine is sturdy. I can't.
Oh, I'll go tip that thing over with you.
I don't think we can tip it over. It's pretty, it's quite sturdy and heavy. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that. It's one of life's little annoying moments, kind of like the phones going out during the middle of Chris versus the fans.
I swear, are we in a dream? Is this my nightmare?
No.
Or is this real life?
It's happened 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row. This time, at least, we got Tyler to get through the game.
I apologize to those of you that are on the line, hoping you can get in. You know what I might need to get you?
What?
Something that just got banned in the National Football League.
Phones?
Did you know this?
What?
San Francisco 49ers tight end George Kittle.
Oh, I read that he was mad
interrupted
about something.
Fred Warner's interview on the NFL Network Tuesday to break some news that has left him upset with the National Football League. Kittle crashed the set to air a grievance. The league has informed the teams via memo that it has prohibited the use of smelling salts before and during all NFL games.
Why?
In the memo, beginning this season, teams are prohibited from providing or supplying ammonia in any form, includes the capsules, inhalers, ammonia in a cup, any form of, quote, smelling salts. It applies to the entirety of the game, including pregame and halftime. It also applies in the locker room and sideline. Now, I don't know a lot about this. I'm going to read you some more in a second. But I've seen them do the smelling salt thing for these guys for 30 years.
I have too.
At least, maybe longer, 50 years. Right? Guy gets knocked a little woozy out there. Trainer comes out, cracks open the thing. It's basically in a smell of ammonia.
Yeah.
And it just blows you wide awake.
Yeah.
According to the memo, the ban has come as a result of FDA warnings. In 2024, the FDA issued a warning to companies that produce commercially available ammonia inhalants, as well as to consumers who purchase and use this stuff, regarding a lack of evidence supporting the safety of using these ammonia inhalants, otherwise called AIs. FDA noted potential negative effects from AI use. AIs also have the potential to mask certain neurological signs and symptoms, including that of a concussion.
Okay, so you're fine with people running into each other at full speed and getting head injuries, but you're not fine with smelling salts. Makes no sense to me.
Well, it makes a little sense to me because of this, what I just said. If you give somebody a smelling salt, they may come alert, and that might mask signs of a concussion. Having said that, the NFL trying to sound like it cares about the health of these players is borders on almost laughable.
It is laughable.
They've tried with the helmets.
They still use those.
Yeah, I know. No, they still
Guardian
use those.
cap.
The Guardian caps. They're now going to not allow smelling salt. They've tried to make the game safer. I get it. They call a penalty anytime somebody even makes a tackle now. But they're just, despite the NFL's attempts, there's no way to make football safe unless you just don't play.
No, just accept the game. If these guys are willing to play the game, accept that there's going to be head injuries.
They know the dangers at this point. Yeah.
They definitely know the dangers. And if they don't, then they need to be educated on the dangers. But if they decide they want to play, I mean, I don't want to see anybody get seriously injured on a field ever. But if they decide they want to play and they need some smelling salts, why not just give them some smelling salts?
George Kittle said, I got the memo today. Smelling salts made illegal in the NFL, and I've been distraught all day. George Kittle.
Dominic said, NFL adding more games and stacking games closer together.
There, thank you, Dominic. You helped make our point for us there. You're absolutely right. They don't care when it comes to them making a little extra money, do they?
No.
Very well said,
Yeah.
Dominic.
They will do anything to get more money.
Of course. And
They'll even put commercials during Red Zone.
These
I knew that was going to get you.
I went home and yelled at my wife for that last night. More Gwynn and Chris coming up, and evidently no phones the rest of the way. So
well, we
sorry
don't know
about
that, but I'm going to do some screaming.
Okay. All right, Chris Ello, Matt Scraby, and broken phone lines. We welcome you back to Gwynn and Chris. Couple of quick things. People were surmising on the chat that we didn't want to finish the segment, so we're just saying the phones are broken. That's ridiculous.
Well, they were just joking around because
phones
they
are
know
broken.
it gets me going.
Oh, I got you. Secondly, and then I want to get to a little update on the news of the day. But before I get to the Padre news of the day, and there is news, I'm looking at a video right now that's not hilarious, but maybe worth checking out. The Seattle Kraken, the hockey team.
Yes.
They were filming a promotional video for some reason with one of their players, John Hayden, and the Kraken mascot named Bowie. They were doing a fly fishing promotional video shoot in Alaska, the national park up there. And this was a trip promoting youth hockey. So there's video of them standing in the river doing their fly fishing. You got the player, you got the mascot with the head on and all the gear and the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, I got to put this up on the stream.
And a bear came walking out of the woods and started going after them. And they had to skedaddle.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get
That's
this
enough to start your heart, right, Scrape?
Yeah.
A bear coming across the river?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bears are fast, too.
And they're mean.
Yeah, they're not usually in a good mood.
And they can definitely hurt people.
So, anyway, everybody was okay, apparently. But the run-in with this grizzly happened on June 25th, so it's just coming across now. But anyway, kind of an interesting video. Secondly, on videos of interest, did you see the one last week of the man who was arrested at the Chuck E. Cheese restaurant? I think it was in Florida, Scraby. Did you see the video of this?
No.
The man he was arrested for some sort of, outstanding, I think he was using illegal credit cards or something. They tracked this man down at a Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
The man was Chuck E. Cheese.
Wow.
And the authorities, he was in the costume, performing at the restaurant for the kids.
Sorry, I'm watching this bear video.
Oh, you're watching the bear video.
I put it on the stream and the bear comes running at the mascot. The mascot's like, oh no.
Yeah, he wasn't having it. Well,
that is really bad.
All right, well, you can put that one up, but find this other one. The authorities came in to arrest the man wearing the Chuck E. Cheese costume, but they didn't want to take his head off in front of the kids.
Oh, okay.
So they cuffed him and walked him out in uniform.
What is happening?
The world has gone mad. So there's video of Chuck E. Cheese being walked out to the police vehicle out front of the Chuck E. Cheese, where they then took his head off, and then they put him in the car, in the police vehicle. But as they put him in the car, he still had the feet on, and he still had the gloves on, and all the rest of the Chuck E. Cheese gear. So that's a funny video.
That is a funny video. Oh my goodness. This bear video is great.
You're liking the bear video though better.
The bear video is fantastic. I gotta say. Chuck E. Cheese arrested is trending.
Yeah, it's out there. There's a great shot of Chuck E. Cheese being led out the restaurant. I know. It's hilarious. You got to put that up too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
This
the world's
is really
gone
good.
mad.
Yes,
the
it
world has gone absolutely mad.
Hold on. If you want to see this, go to our YouTube and go to about 2 hours and 25 minutes in, and you'll be able to see this.
Can you post the Chuck E. Cheese photo just while we're on, or just
I'm
turn
just
your
doing it.
camera
I'm
around?
doing it right now.
Okay.
It should be on right now.
Chuck E.
There it
Cheese being
is.
let out of there he goes.
There it is.
He's in full
hilarious.
garb. The officer, quite sternly, is he is cuffed, Chuck E. Cheese, and he's heading out the restaurant.
Here's his next one.
Yeah, there he is, being led away. The funny thing, I mean, honestly, I give the authorities a little credit, because if they would have pulled his head off in the restaurant,
you keep saying pull his head off, but
well, you know what I mean, his costume head off, that would have been quite troubling for the kids.
Charles is making a point on the chat. Which is more Which is more devastating to a child, seeing Chuck E. Cheese arrested or his head coming off? I think
the head coming off.
If I saw Chuck E. Cheese arrested when I was a kid, I would be so afraid of Chuck E. Cheese because I think he's a criminal now.
Wow. I think the head coming off would be more traumatic, personally. I don't know.
The look on the cop's face.
It's a great one. Those are two great videos. So if you have some time.
I'm glad you did that, Chris.
All right, good.
Glad you are.
We have the latest news on J.P. Sears, the Padre pitcher who made his debut last night. We'll share it with you when we come back and then get into the Big Five. More Gwynn and Chris. still trying to shake off the effects there of seeing poor Chuck E. Cheese let off to the Who's Gal. Oh, and yes, the mascot, the Seattle Kraken mascot, did survive the bear chasing it. 434, Crisello, Matt Scraby, having some fun in here today. Hope you're enjoying. About an hour away from the Padre pregame show. Sam Levitt and Bob Scanlon on the call tonight. Padres and Diamondbacks, game 2 of the series down in Phoenix. And there was some Padre news today concerning the lefty, J.P. Sears. I called him Spears earlier. J.P. Sears, who made his Padre debut last night. It did not go well. So what happened today? It's all part of the Big Five, which we'll check in after traffic.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Robert Half. Got a number of things to watch out for on our roads, including some trash debris that some litter bug threw out their window, eastbound King Freeway, just before Bancroft. Also crashed on northbound 805 before Governor. Vehicle hit the center divide. And collision on Miramar Way on-ramp to southbound 15. Tow truck helping to clear a stall at one of the HOV lanes northbound 15, just before Via Rancho Parkway. At Robert Half, they found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's why the recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI work quickly to find the candidates you want. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right,
Scrape.
Yeah.
Get her done. Get her done.
First, you need to tune into the Manager's Report with Mike Schilt this Friday at 9 a.m. on Ben and Woods. The Manager's Report is refreshed by EcoWater SoCal. Try alkaline water for just $9.95 a month. EcoWater SoCal, keeping it soft since 1925.
That's how I kick off my weekend.
You drink your shower water?
No, I listen to Mike Schilt.
Oh.
On with Ben and Woods.
Yes,
and
you do.
The merry hijinks that ensue.
Yes, I bet
Stuff like Mike Schilt, revealing that he has no agent, and Woods telling him that he does have one. That's funny.
People in the chat think that I'm secretly keeping the tickets to resell. I wish I was smart.
We cannot give away the second pair of Red Sox Padre tickets until the phones work, and they don't work.
Annoying.
That is really annoying. Believe me, Scraby's way more beat up by this than you guys might think.
It's just like, hey, we use the phones maybe once a show.
Yeah, and they
go out in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Chris Paddock. Oh, he did not give up another home run. That was a highlight.
Paddock is on the mound tonight.
Number 5.
Tigres.
I'm all over the place now.
Are you?
I mean, I saw Chuck E. Cheese being arrested, and it was just downhill from there. J.P. Sears has been optioned to AAA after last night, and Sean Reynolds was called up. Now, Kevin Acee tweeted that Sears has to be has to be down in the minor league system for at least 15 days unless he is called back up to replace an injured player. And Kevin Acee also said that's about the time that the Padres are going to need a six-man rotation. So, do we see J.P. Sears back for a six-man rotation, Chris?
I don't think you can give up on the guy after one start. That would be kind of silly, if you ask me. It's part of a big trade you made with the A's. Now, the fact that he's sent down makes it seem to me almost guaranteed that Michael King will return on Sunday. I hate to get everybody's hopes up, but what else makes sense? Mike Schilt said yesterday expects King to make his next start with the Padres. Most people, assume that means this weekend. Mm-hmm. And now Sunday's open because Sears is out. So, looks like King will be there. We'll, get further word, I'm sure, from Mike Schilt pregame tonight, but I'm assuming and hoping that it'll be Michael King. But as far as Sears is concerned, though, it'd be ridiculous to not pitch the guy again, unless, everybody else, is going to go lights out every time. Then, but no, I think Sears will be back. You got to give him more than one start.
No, I agree. He's going to be back. I think that JP Sears was more of a long-term play for AJ Preller because they're going to need pitching next year.
Sure.
And the way his stats look from the A's this season, he's going to fit in really, really well at Petco Park because he's a fly ball pitcher.
Yeah.
And no one hits home runs. Well, it seems like no one hits home runs except for if you're the other team. But he's a guy who can keep the ball in the ballpark in a park like Petco.
Most of his, most of the offense he's allowed this year happened in Sacramento until last night.
He's been so good on the road.
Yeah, he's been really good, but not last night. He wasn't good.
He wasn't. And you know what? I got to say, he's probably a little bit nervous trying to impress his new team.
Let's also say that the start before last, Darvish couldn't have been worse. And
true.
Turned out to be okay.
But,
so,
yeah.
Again, yes, we'll see Sears again.
Number 4.
Delbert Carver, 23-year-old, was arrested Saturday after allegedly throwing an adult toy onto a WNBA court during a WNBA game last Tuesday.
This is really ludicrous and absurd.
He faces charges. He faces charges of disorderly conduct.
Yeah, well, let's just put him away for a couple of weeks.
Okay, calm down.
No,
public
this
indecency
is just
and
so bad.
Public
These
indecency
guys are doing.
and criminal trespass booked into Clayton County Jail and released on bond as Cortes pending. In the affidavit, Carver allegedly told police, quote, "This was supposed to be a joke, and this joke was supposed to go viral," end quote. So I'm up first. What's your sentence? I can't sentence this guy to jail.
I said 2 weeks.
I think you give him about 250 hours of community service.
250.
And he has to go clean up adult establishments.
Can we also... Yeah.
I mean, he did... He wants to go viral. That's going to go viral.
All right, here's another one. There's an online gambling website. I don't even want to give their name. I'm not going to. But they have offered bets now on what color the next... Yeah.
That's inciting.
Right?
That's inciting
so let's
people to do bad
things.
Let's
arrest those idiots that are putting that
I don't
wager
disagree
out
with
there.
that either.
Come
I mean,
on,
you're encouraging
man.
people to throw this on the court now.
This is so bad. I mean, it's not funny. It's rude. It's sexist. It's demeaning, like, to all of us who, call ourselves fans of sports. Honestly, this was bad, and I hope this is the end. I hope it's a 1 or 2 and done situation, because I guess it's happened.
I think the biggest part of this to me is that he told the police this was supposed to be a joke, which it's maybe a joke. It's a joke between your friends when you're saying it at a bar or something, but it's not a joke to actually go do it. And then he says it was supposed to go viral. So this kid really did not care. He just wanted to go viral, and I think that's a major problem with the kids in our society, Chris. Kids in our society, but this is bad.
Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn.
I will not. I will join you on the lawn.
Don't throw one of those things on my lawn.
I'm going to try by Chris's house and throw him on the lawn.
Goodness.
Joe Flacco's competitive fire hasn't lessened any as the Cleveland Browns quarterback entered his 18th season. The 40-year-old told Athletics' Michael Silver, a player with his experience doesn't necessarily have to show as much on the field in training camp. Still, he wants to silence skeptics who questions whether or not he should be on the team. Quote, "I think there's probably some truth to the fact that maybe I don't need as many reps, but I do need reps. And not only do I need reps, I want reps. I like reps. I want to get better. And also, I want to be able to show guys, hey, I can still do it," end quote. So he's basically saying, I don't need reps, but yeah, I'm going to answer the right thing and say I need reps. Chris, How many games did the Browns win this year?
Yeah, I don't know. I that's a tough one. I'm going to go with, I predict Joe Flacco starts opening game. That's it from there.
Okay.
I don't think Kenny Pickett's the answer. I don't think Gabriel or Sanders, either the rookies. Sanders is starting the preseason opener, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think either of them will be ready. Deshaun Watson makes me gag. And they signed another guy, Tyler Huntley, today. So the Browns are a mess. Flacco starts the opener. Browns season probably goes very similar to the guy who was taking photos of the helmet reveal last week on the barge.
Oh, yeah. That was
backwards
hilarious.
into the water. That one was another funny video. All right. Yeah, I don't know how many. 4. What'd they win last year? 3?
3?
Yeah. 4 or 5.
I know that we have
it's hard to be really bad 2 years in a row in the NFL, but with their quarterback situation does make it seem like it's going to be.
I apologize to Clay in the South Bay. Clay is a Browns fan. But Clay, I do not like Kevin Stefanski. I don't know what everybody thinks, why they think he's some great coach. He hasn't done anything since the 1 year where he had Baker Mayfield, and they didn't want Baker Mayfield anymore, and they got rid of him.
The Browns' ownership is not helping the franchise.
No, it's not. And I think they win 4 or 5 games. 5 games. I'll give them 5 games.
Giving them 5.
But, yeah. I'm just glad I'm not a Browns fan.
Number 2.
We're going a little too quick through this, Chris. Augusta National offers exclusive Masters hospitality. Berkman's Place and Map and Flag are existing options.
Wait, whoa, what?
Never heard
you
of
lost
that
me there.
I know that apparently
try that again.
Hospitality places, Berkman's Place and Map and Flag are already existing options for Augusta National Golf Course. Okay. They are now offering a quote official Masters hospitality program, which provides host homes from $45,000 to over $100,000 weekly, with private transportation up to $15,000. A full-scale private home program for 8 guests costs $219,000 weekly, including 2 homes, $60,000 for the host home, $38,000 for the sleeper home, transportation of $29,000, pantry stocking of $6,000, full-time staff $13,000, catering $23,500, area tea times $13,500.
You've lost me so long ago.
Service
what is the whole point of this?
$36,600.
Okay. So what is going on?
My question is, and I'm up first.
Give it to me something that I can understand. I didn't get any of that.
Basically, you can go to a Dolphins game and you can have the best seat in the house all week long leading up to the game, and you could rent this, but this is for the Masters. They're just saying you could rent one of their houses and you could be right on the grounds. You could get some tea times. You can have a butler or whatever it is. It's called a full-time staff.
Okay.
My question is anything worth this amount of money to you? Of course, there's something like a home.
Yeah,
but no, I am not going to ever spend. I'm not even going to spend $200 on a package that gives me a couple little extra perks.
There's only one thing that I would. There's only one thing I would be interested in if I ever do go to the Masters. I don't think I'm ever going to go there. It's not on my bucket list. I've seen it on TV. It looks great. I find the Masters to still be pretty racist. I know they've taken steps to improve. It's still not my favorite place. I've not seen many black patrons ever. So I think it's just way too elitist for me, the Masters. It really is. So I'm not a fan. So this is just more to annoy me.
Yeah,
that stuff that only elite people can even think about. So if I ever ended up at the Masters for some crazy reason, I will take advantage of the $3 egg salad sandwich or whatever. But other than that, cool. I can do without the Masters. I watch it, but I for the history of sports, I watch it, but never been a big fan of the whole event.
I will say this about the Masters that I don't like. Is they're becoming that sort of thing where they buy up everything around them, and now that they try to get people to move out of their king, they're trying to get an exit off the freeway. They're trying to make this more of a destination. I don't get, like Chris has said this so many times before, and we talked a little bit about it earlier, but when is enough? Like, doesn't the Masters, the small-time Masters, doesn't that kind of feel a little bit more important than the one where they're just making a ton of money on it? Like, I do not care how much money the Masters makes. I don't.
They do.
I know they do. But, it makes you look bad, in my opinion, when you just keep chasing the money. Where's all this money going?
The richer people than you and I.
I know. I got to figure out how to become one of those people. I can't figure it out. But there is as of last year, there was a home that they've been trying to buy from this old couple for years and years. And this old couple
won't give it up.
Will not sell their home.
Well, hold on. Folks.
I appreciate this older couple.
Number 1.
All right, here's a headline when I logged on ESPN.com this morning. And I'm going to ask you if this is actually news or not, Chris. The headline in the trending news section said this, quote, sources, LeBron James congratulated Luka Doncic on a new deal, end quote. Is this actually news?
No. I saw the headline also.
Thank you.
I didn't get it.
Thank you.
Are we supposed to think that LeBron James would not be happy for Luka Doncic?
Well, people read into everything now, and he wasn't
like
at his press conference, which I don't think LeBron James needs to go to an
maybe
off-season
that's
press
what they're
conference.
referring to, the fact that he didn't go to the press conference. So everybody's saying that he did at least congratulate him. He just didn't come to the press conference. So I'll give him that a little. But, yeah, the headline itself seems kind of silly because it's like, really?
Like, who cares?
I will say one thing about Luka Doncic.
In shape.
He's not fat and pudgy anymore.
He is in shape.
This is going to be bad news for the rest of the league. I'm telling you, because he's already an unbelievable player.
Yeah.
And now he looks like he's going to be in shape this year. So look out. I'm still going to root for Dallas, though, to finish ahead of the Lakers.
Yeah.
And Dallas, of course, got the number 1 pick, Cooper Flagg, to go along with Anthony Davis. Still got Kyrie. Still got Klay Thompson. I know that the Dallas general manager is public enemy number 1 in Dallas, the dumbest guy on earth for trading. I still think that the Dallas Mavericks may get where they want to go before the Lakers do. And I'm kind of rooting for it to happen.
Well, the NBA made him feel better by giving him the number 1 overall pick and then Cooper Flagg and all
I know
that,
they gave him the number 1 pick. I know. And people think that that's the conspiracy there. So maybe it's true. I don't know for sure.
It's very random, though.
I will say that the Lakers and Mavs are playing on Christmas Day. I saw the Christmas Day schedule. Once I see that, I know the NBA is coming up around the corner. But
the NBA has too short of an offseason. I'm sorry, I'll say it.
Do they even have an offseason
I don't
anymore?
think they do.
The league is goes.
It ends like end of June and it starts up October. That's not an offseason. Baseball deserves a better offseason than they get.
Basketball, I'm going to go way back here.
If I can turn back.
Basketball was basically invented back in the day in the 40s, the NBA.
For the winter.
For the winter, to give people something to do when it snowed outside.
Yes.
And once it was like February and March and everything was thawing out, like they wanted basketball to go away so that we could get back to baseball.
Yes.
Now, right, basketball's trying to take over the world, and it's doing so with one of the worst products I've seen in a long time.
Well, then stop watching.
I have my choice to do that, and I probably won't. I will continue to watch, but I will say that I don't care for the style of basketball as much as I used to.
I totally
and you know why?
understand
We've
it.
talked about
Yeah,
it.
they
The
shoot
3-point
threes.
shooting and no passing and no teamwork. But
like I still see De'Aaron Fox getting 4 years, $250 million. I'm like, the NBA has so much money, and I don't know where they get it from because I don't really know anyone.
I'm going to tell you where they get it from. There's only 12 guys on a team. There's not that many guys to pay.
That's true.
So even if the NFL makes $1 billion and the NBA makes $500 million, the salaries are still going to be bigger in the NBA because there's only 12 guys to pay.
Yeah, you're not paying for.
That's why.
I mean, but I wonder if the travel costs because they travel so much more offset some of that.
I don't know. Most of them have their own planes now, right? These teams. No, I'm serious. They do.
LeBron's walking on, and everybody else has to get on the Southwest flight to their next location. I thought that was a funny joke.
LeBron James playing again this year? Is this a done deal?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he is. Pretty sure he is.
Yeah. Everybody said that. What's he going to be, 40? I'll tell you one thing.
41 maybe?
I don't think this is fair because he's 40, according to the story here, still 40. People are starting to come out of the woodwork now and give all, the old, LeBron's been on steroids. I know it. I played with him. I think that kind of is cheap. I think that's cheap stuff to keep throwing out there.
But what if it's true?
Okay. But you know what? If it is or it was,
was.
Does it matter, really?
Yes, it does.
Nah.
What?
You don't think everybody does everything they can to perform at a high level? I think they
No, because they do drug testing in the NBA.
Yeah.
If LeBron is found out to
it's-
do steroids, that'll be he will overtake Barry Bonds as the poster boy for steroids.
Oh, you're going to take down everything he's ever accomplished, right? If you find this out.
Because he's cheating.
Yeah, I don't know that
This is like Yannick Sinner in tennis.
I don't care for people to bring this up, though, when Yannick Sinner tested positive, so we have a positive test.
Okay, you're right there. You're right
nothing.
there. No, you're
other
right
than
there.
hearsay, and I don't think it's fair to hearsay on stuff like this.
Okay, in that argument, yes, you're right. You
Gwynn
can't
and Chris,
hearsay that.
Happy hour. Next. Chris, hello. Yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great Trevor Hoffman. What a class he's going in with, too. Let's take a look. Of course, Alan Trammell from Kearney High School in San Diego. And then, of course, the Detroit Tigers, great shortstop. Jack Morris in a Tiger uniform there, but I always remember him pitching that 1-0 shutout in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. Maybe the greatest postseason pitching performance of all time. Chipper Jones, Padre fans remember him. Every fan of a National League team remembers him because he would come in and do damage to that team. Only the second number 1 overall pick in the Major League Draft, Chipper Jones, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The other is Ken Griffey Jr. Vladimir Guerrero, never met a pitch he couldn't swing at, and powerhouse hitter for the Expos, and then, of course, the Angels at the end of his career. Jim Thome, over 600 home runs, mostly with the Cleveland Indians. And then, the guy down here on the end who used to get all these guys out all the time, Trevor Hoffman, the greatest Padre reliever of them all. Two of the greatest outfielders in the history of baseball. Of course, you've got Babe Ruth right here. Ted Williams right over there. I was wondering who the third outfielder would be. And then, of course, it hit me. Tony would be upset if I didn't say that the third outfielder, who will someday probably be displayed right here between these two guys, is obviously Mike Trout. And this is the San Diego Padres locker room here in Cooperstown. Obviously, a couple of jerseys there and hats, gloves, all-star stuff. I think the most interesting thing in this entire display, though, especially this weekend, is a picture in the top corner of Angus Young. He's the guitarist for AC/DC, wearing a Trevor Hoffman uniform, obviously playing Hell's Bells. I know that Trevor went to many AC/DC concerts and was honored by sitting in the front row to watch AC/DC play Hell's Bells in his honor. But there's a picture of Angus Young playing Hell's Bells for Trevor Hoffman, wearing the 51 jersey right there. Chris, hello. Yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great Trevor Hoffman. What a class he's going in with, too. Let's take a look. Of course, Alan Trammell from Kearney High School in San Diego. And then, of course, the Detroit Tigers, great shortstop. Jack Morris in a Tiger uniform there, but I always remember him pitching that 1-0 shutout in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. Maybe the greatest postseason pitching performance of all time. Chipper Jones, Padre fans remember him. Every fan of a National League team remembers him because he would come in and do damage to that team. One of the only this hour time here on Gwynn and Chris, rolling into the final hour or so, actually about 35 minutes, and then we get to the Padre pregame show. Sam Levitt doing the pregame again tonight. Before he broadcasts the game, I guess he would be.
Yes.
Sammy Levitt doing it all. He'll have the play-by-play tonight. Jesse Agler on television this evening. Happy Hour brought to you by GL Pools. They are the swimming pool experts. They're trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006, 20 years. Baseball season's in full swing, so is swim season. Call GL Pools and mention the word radio. You do that, you get a free month of pool service. I think that's a good idea. One programming note, tomorrow's show, JJ Spawn, the reigning U.S. Open golf champion, will be on the show. San Diego State Aztec for life. I'll be visiting with him, and you'll be able to hear from JJ Spawn. I think you golfers will especially enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean,
I know I'm looking forward to chatting with JJ.
Can you ask him what his lead? Well, I'm not going to be able to do this interview with you.
All right. So what do you want me to ask?
What is the shot that scares him the most on the golf course?
Okay.
Like, is it like the 100-yard shot? I'm not asking for a situation like U.S. Open on the line. Like, what is the shot that he has the most trouble with, that he just doesn't want to hit during a professional tournament?
Probably not going to get to that question. I'm just telling you.
I hate that you actually listened to me for a second, and I was like, okay, maybe he will ask this.
I got to ask him about like 3 of the greatest shots I've ever seen in golf
who cares about
history
those?
At the U.S. Open that he hit to win that tournament. Looking forward to it. That'll be on the show tomorrow. Padres and D-backs coming up tonight. Darvish, Ryan Nelson are the starters. This evening, Padres news of the day, J.P. Sears sent to the minor leagues. Sean Reynolds activated. And most of us now surmising that Michael King will return to the rotation, hopefully Sunday. That is not factual news yet.
Yes.
We're just assuming with Sears being sent down, he can't be recalled for 15 days. So there's an opening Sunday. Mike Schultz said yesterday that Michael King would probably return soon.
Yes.
So hopefully this is all good news. We'll find out. Now, tomorrow night, Nestor Cortes makes his Padre debut. And he caught up with the media, or they caught up with him in Arizona tonight. So let's hear from little Nestor Cortes. What's he talking about here, Scrape?
He was asked what he thought when he learned he was coming to the Padres.
Oh, he was not asked about hanging a breaking ball to Freddie Freeman with the bases loaded in the World Series.
Gosh,
that would be a tough way to start.
That would
Hi,
be
Nestor.
A really tough way.
Yeah, welcome to San Diego. Before we go any further,
you know what I would say if I was him? Well, at least I threw a pitch in the World Series.
Not bad. Not a bad comeback.
Here
not
he
a
is.
bad comeback.
Yeah, no, I probably got called 10 minutes before by the Milwaukee GM, and he had advised me that I had been traded, and obviously, it sucked for me because I was able to only pitch in 2 games over there, being hurt, and obviously those guys traded for their closer for me, and it was tough to obviously say goodbyes, and it sucked that I wasn't able to give more to them, but I think injuries is part of the game, and I got healthy at the right time, and now I'm going to contribute here, and hopefully, like I said, be another guy in this locker room.
have you had a chance to talk with Ruben Niebla? I mean, he's got such a great reputation in your industry.
Yeah.
And is this the kind of thing where you just do you for a little bit, and everybody kind of feels each other out? Or was there input right out of the gate before you first started?
No, he made it clear to me on Sunday when I went to go play catch. He's like, hey, do you? Obviously, we know who we're getting, so we're not trying to, reinvent the wheel here. But, if there's anything you ever need or want to take a deep dive into things that you do, I'm here for you. So that kind of released some pressure out of that conversation with me and him. And yesterday I threw my bullpen here in Arizona, and I thought the conversation was really well. He saw my pitch mix, he saw what I was able to do, and like I told him, I love the numbers, I love the analytics, but I also understand the style of pitching and how to pitch. So I think if we combine both, it'll be great for me.
Nestor Cortes, as he said, 2 games with the Brew Crew earlier this season, pitched 8 innings and gave up 5 home runs. I think the first 3 hitters he faced this year, maybe first 4, all hit home runs. It was really
Let me go back and look at that.
Inauspicious start for him.
It was really upsetting,
but he obviously
especially because he did it against his former team.
Yeah, and he wasn't healthy, obviously. That's why he went right on the injured list. So Padres hope to get a healthy Nestor Cortes, who, has a 12 games over 500 record in his big league career and a 3.88 career ERA.
I will say this about Nestor. He gave up 8 runs in that game, 5 home runs. They lost 20-9 on March 29th. However, he came back in his next game, his next start, went 6 innings, gave up no runs, struck out 6, and they got the win.
Okay. So his second start was, bounce back before he went on the injured list.
Yes.
I didn't know this. I knew Cortes played with the Yankees. Of course, he was in the World Series last year. He played with the Orioles for 4 games to start his career.
I didn't know that either.
Then went to the Yankees in 2019. Then went to Seattle for 5 games in the COVID season. I didn't remember him there either.
Me neither.
And then back to the Yankees full-time, 21, 22, 23, 24. All-star in 22.
That's kind of crazy.
So, Nestor Cortes. A lot of people are saying he's going to be the find of this whole trade deadline. I hope those people are right. We'll start finding out tomorrow.
We'll
I know.
what?
Did I say yeah?
We'll do what?
We won't do that. We'll try not to do that.
Here's how his inning went. Bottom of the first batter he faced in the season.
Yeah.
Paul Goldschmidt, home run.
Right.
Next batter, Cody Bellinger, home run. Next batter, Aaron Judge, home run. Ben Chisholm struck out. Then you got a ground out. Austin Wells, home run. 4 homers in the first inning for
first
him.
3 hitters and 4 in the first inning. All right. Well, hopefully got that out of the way.
Yeah,
we'll see
I
him
think
tomorrow
so.
night. We'll see Darvish tonight. Speaking of Cortes starting the year with the Brewers are ahead 2-0 tonight in Atlanta. How sold are we all on the Brewers? Right now, they not only have the best record in baseball, Scraby, they have it by 3 full games over the Cubs, the Blue Jays, and the Tigers. All 3 of those teams are tied, 3 games behind the Brewers. The Dodgers would have the 5th best overall record, 3.5 behind the Brewers. Do we believe in the Brewers? Does anyone believe in the Brewers? Is anybody really scared of the Brewers as we get ready to, get close here to the postseason? I think that you've got to give them at least some, love. And here they've been playing great for a while. It's been 2 solid months where they've been, running away with stuff. They do have a really good, I think, starting rotation. The problem is, and I hope I'm right because I'm not really a Brewer fan at all. The problem I see with the Brewers is the depth of their starting rotation, which I think is what's making them really good right now. Peralta, Quinn Priester's been I think he's won 11 in a row or something. Mazurowski, this new kid who's on the injured list right now, but overall, he's been dominating, right? Jose Quintana ended up being a pretty good pickup. Anyway, all of these guys, once you get to the postseason, it comes more about one or two starters. And I think you got Peralta, and I think maybe Priester and Mizorowski. But is their bullpen, does that stack up? Trevor McGill's got 25 saves. After that, it's a bunch of guys you've never heard of. Grant Anderson, Abner Uribe, Nick Mears, and on down the line. I should mention Brandon Woodruff has come back from injury and pitched really well too. But I don't know that Milwaukee has the bullpen. Certainly they don't have the one the Padres do, but maybe nobody has the one the Padres have.
No, I've been watching the Brewers a little close this year. I think they're going to struggle a little bit with Jackson Churio being out. They say 2 to 4 weeks.
But he'll be back for the playoffs.
He'll be back for the playoffs. I think they're for real. I don't know how their bullpen will do during the playoffs, and that's when those bullpens get exposed, is in the playoffs. But I think they're a legit scary team.
They also caught lightning in a bottle here the last month or so with Andrew Vaughn.
They won a ton of games in a row and got Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn came over from the White Sox, nothing as a player, and then got to the Brewers, 6 home runs and 24 RBIs in 20 games. And his OPS is 1118.
That's pretty good.
I don't believe in the Brewers. I'm going to just say it right now.
I mean, they've been winning all season.
I know, they're beating everybody.
The Cubs were like the team.
Yeah.
And they're not even the Brewers are looking way better than them right now.
Well, the Brewers just knocked out the Cubs last week in a series.
Yeah.
So
I think they're for real.
Okay. How about in the American League? Toronto and Detroit are tied for the best record. Do you believe? I think people might believe in Detroit because last year they made some hay. You know, they beat the Astros in the first round of the playoffs. They got Tarek Skubal. People know a little about Detroit. Does anybody believe in Toronto? Last place last year.
I don't know. I can believe in them just because they too caught lightning in a bottle with they won 11, 12 games in a row. And that's been their major thing this year.
I don't know. I here's what my thing. We got to get to a quick break, but the best records are Brewers, Cubs, Blue Jays, Tigers. But I think a lot of people feel the best teams are behind those. Dodgers, Phillies, Mets, Yankees, Red Sox, Padres maybe even, Mariners with the trades they made, Astros. All those teams are behind the teams I named. So it's just, to me, it's an interesting dynamic. The teams with the best records, I don't think are the teams people expect to be there.
I'm going to pick the Mariners.
Decide it.
I'm going to pick the Mariners to be that team in the AL that not comes out of nowhere, but they made some really good moves at the deadline.
Right. If the trade deadline winners play in the World Series, then it'll be the Mariners and the Padres.
Oh my gosh, we would have a Vetter Cup World Series
if the trade deadline winners play in the World Series,
which I do think is a possibility for sure.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at the Mariners, they have a great starting rotation. They have a good bullpen. They have Andres Munoz. They get Eugenio Suarez in their lineup. Julio Rodriguez isn't the greatest, but he's still a guy that can hit a home run.
2020 again. I mean, he's not bad.
No, but I think he's underperformed from the hype that he got early on in his career, but that's a different conversation.
Well, you're mentioning the bullpen. I mean, they got the big dumper too. Don't forget about him.
How can I forget about the big dumper?
You did. You forgot about the dumper. 42 homers.
You forgot about the dumper.
Do not forget the dumper. All right. Traffic, and then we got some more before we get to pregame. Gwynn and Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen, Manny Machado has joined the show. Manny, welcome. How are you, my friend?
I'm good.
I guess we got to start with the most important part. I mean, you reached a pretty big milestone, hit 2,000. You had 2004 now. You hit 350 early in the year. I mean, at what point in the offseason, at what point at all does this start to become something that you're actually thinking about? Because, I mean, that's a lot of hits, man. You ain't thinking about that from the beginning.
I knew the 3,000 was coming. I mean, I knew both of them going into the season where I was at, how many I was missing to get to those milestones. But thinking about it, I mean, right to like when you got 2 hits left, I'm not gonna lie, I've been searching for those 2 hits for a while, and Man, I said it earlier this week. I mean, it's really hard to get a hit in the big leagues.
Yeah.
And that made me realize that just looking for those 2 hits, you're I mean, the ones before have come. I mean, I hit 3 yesterday. That was, it kind of just came. But when you're searching for it, when you want to hit those 2 hits, man, it's really hard. But finally you get it, and it's kind of like, all right, let's go. Now it's kind of let's get it past it and enjoy it.
Did it weigh on you as you got closer? I mean, you started about 100 away when you came into the
100.
season. Did it weigh on you as you started to get closer?
No, not really. I think when it got really close, I think when it was when it kind of started thinking about it, the last couple, and it didn't help that I kind of got into a little fun going into, Cincinnati and Philadelphia. I'm like, man, those are the 2 places you want to get hot. I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm going to these 2 places, get a few homers, get a few knocks, hopefully, get it done on the road. And then, you go to Cincy, we get almost no hit by Nick. And then that whole road trip kind of just went to Spa, and I couldn't really get it. But you know what? I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
It kind of felt good to do it in front of the home crowd and get the standing ovation and do it in front of the people that support you every single day. So I think it kind of worked out even better.
Talking to Manny Machado here on 97.3 The Fan for Friar Friday. And one of the things I love about you is that you love the game and the history of the game and the history behind the stats and all that stuff. And do you ever get to stop and think about 40 years from now, 30, 40 years from now? I know I'm going to be telling my unborn grandchildren that I'm sitting here interviewing you right now because I think you're going to be in the Hall of Fame. But do you ever give yourself the ability to stop and think about how you're going to be remembered?
Not really, honestly. Not really. I love living in the moment. I people ask me, how's it feel to hit 2,000 hits? Were you even thinking about that? And honestly, I kind of don't even want to reflect on it yet. I think I kind of want to wait for that and kind of look back and really realize, how cool all of this is. I kind of that's how I live life. I like living in the moment. I just enjoy every single day. Today's a brand new day, put yesterday in the past and enjoy what's today going to bring us. Right. And, I kind of just try to live by that way. But hopefully, one day I definitely want to look back. I know they're pretty cool numbers. They're pretty cool things I've been doing so far. But I kind of just want to keep living in the moment for a little bit more.
How long can you see yourself playing in your 40s?
I mean, I got no choice. I got no choice.
Deeper into your 40s, can you see yourself?
I mean, how this game is going, probably not. But yeah, I'm gonna try to. I mean, look, there's 2 sides of things, right? There's obviously I'm gonna be a little bit older. The game's gonna be younger. The game's probably gonna be faster. I mean, when I came up 10 years ago, I mean, it was average. You had 2 guys in the bullpen throwing 96.
Right.
I mean, you have 2 guys throwing 96 now, and everybody else is throwing harder than that.
Right.
Right. That's the lowest now at this point. So, is the game gonna be at that level when I'm in the 40s? Who knows? But on the flip side of that, I mean, there's going to be technology. There's going to be stuff that you can do a lot better to take care of your body a lot better. You're going to be able to recover faster. And I think, me knowing myself, I'm probably going to be ahead of that curve on trying to take care of my body as best as I can.
Talking to Manny Machado here on Friar Friday, 97.3 The Fan. And I want to know, because you hit number 2,000, was a hard hit single. Number 2001, a homer. Would you have switched those in your mind, or are you happy with how it played out?
No, I think I'm good how it played out. I think it's better kind of just to have that moment for yourself and kind of just say, man, I would have preferred a double, honestly.
Okay.
I would have preferred a double than a single. But even before that, I was even telling Bogey, I walked out, I'm like, man, I think I'm going to butt. I think I'm going to butt one, just to kind of get a little closer to that 2000.
That would have been memorable if you would have bunted on your 2000 hit. Ladies and gentlemen, Manny Machado has joined the show. Manny, welcome. How are you, my friend?
I'm good.
I guess we got to start with the most important part. I mean, you reached a pretty big milestone, hit 2000, you hit 2004 now, you hit 350 early in the year. I mean, at what point in the off season, at what point at all does this start to become something that you're actually thinking about? Because I mean, that's a lot of hits, man. You ain't thinking about that from the beginning.
I knew the 3,000 was coming. I mean, I knew both of them going into the season where I was at, how many I was missing to get to those milestones. But thinking about it, I mean, right to like when you got 2 hits left, I'm not gonna lie, I've been searching for those 2 hits for a while, and man, I said it earlier this week. I mean, it's really hard to get a hit in the big leagues.
Yeah,
and that made me realize that just looking for those 2 hits, you're I mean, the ones before have come. I mean, I hit 3 yesterday. That was, it kind of just came. But when you're searching for it, when you want to hit those 2 hits, man, it's really hard. But finally you get it, and it's kind of like, all right, let's go. Now it's kind of let's get it past it and enjoy it.
Did it weigh on you as you got closer? I mean, you started about 100 away when you came into the
100.
season. Did it weigh on you as you started to get closer?
No, not really. I think when it got really close, I think when it was when it kind of started thinking about it, the last couple, and then it didn't help that I kind of got into a little fun going into, Cincinnati and Philadelphia. I'm like, man, those are the 2 places you want to get hot. I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm going to these 2 places, get a few homers, get a few knocks, hopefully, get it done on the road. And then, you go to Cincy, we get almost no hit by Nick. And then that whole road trip kind of just went to spot and I couldn't really get it. But you know what? I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
It kind of felt good to do it in front of the home crowd and get the standing ovation and do it in front of.
And then we're on to the big time. Sam Levitt down in Phoenix. Padre pregame show, followed by Sam Levitt. Play-by-play. He did a good job last night. The team, not so much.
Yeah.
6-2 Diamondbacks in the opener cost JP Sears a spot on the roster. Sent to AAA today. With us all hoping that Michael King takes his spot in the rotation Sunday against the Red Sox. By the way, do you know the Padres face Friday night when the Red Sox come in? Our old friend Walker Buehler will be on the hill for the Bo Sox Friday night. So get ready to boo loudly. Speaking of guys that, we have kind of a bit of a relationship with around here, a relationship that I don't know that it ended great. Do you remember Jed Hoyer, right? He was a Padre guy.
I know Tony does.
Yeah. Tony's not the biggest fan.
No,
right?
no, he's fine with Jed because he basically cut him.
Jed Hoyer cut Tony. Okay.
It was a business decision, but
Tony's okay with Jed.
Yeah, but I can imagine that would be a little
right.
Whatever.
Jed is making a bunch of apologies right now in Chicago.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's doing damage control.
Uh-oh.
Cubs traded for starter Mike Soroka.
Oh.
And apparently his velocity had been dropping over the last few starts. And Jed Hoyer says, oh, yeah, we knew all that. We just decided it was worth the risk. Well, Soroka may be lost for the season now. He's got a major arm issues, shoulder discomfort. It's Jed Hoyer's.
Where'd he come from, Soroka?
Nationals.
Huh. So the Nationals were probably like, yes, please take him off our hands.
Yeah, Soroka's out. They're hoping he'll come back this season. I think the Cubs are just saying that to try and make it look better.
Yeah.
But these are the kinds of things that can happen. And Jed Hoyer's like, oh, no, we looked into this. We knew all this. Oh, yeah, we did our homework.
Fans are not happy with him anyway because they never actually went after a good starting pitcher.
They didn't get – that's who they got. That's the best they could do. Yeah, Jed Hoyer, and he just got a big contract extension.
And that's the other thing
the Cubs,
is that Chicago fans think he doesn't care.
Well, I
know he cares, but he can make moves that are interesting because he does have a contract extension.
There's one guy, maybe 2 guys in the history of Chicago front office that will forever be loved, and that is Theo Epstein and Joe Madden, right? They're the ones that were there when the Cubs won it all. But other than that, I don't think Cub fans trust anybody, let alone Jed Hoyer. But anyway, good luck with this one, Jed. Next up, Scraby has a big complaint.
Yes, but just some news that just came down.
Before the complaint,
It has nothing to do with the Padres, but it has something to do with what we talked about at this time yesterday. It's official. ESPN is going to acquire NFL Network and other National Football League media assets. They're going to get linear rights to the league's popular Red Zone channel and a deal that will see the NFL get a 10% equity stake in ESPN. I don't understand how that's possible.
I don't know how all that works, but I just know that all these incredibly rich people just got incredibly more rich. And that goes back to what you said, a while ago. It's something we all can hate together. Rich people and rich organizations and powerhouse, companies just making so much money that it's not even possible for us to imagine it.
I know.
And us footing the bill for it, really. Because you're right. How much more does the NFL need? How much does ESPN really need?
Well, ESPN might need more than the NFL does, but NFL gets a 10% equity stake. That's crazy.
It's so much money.
But can we believe what ESPN says about the NFL now? That's how I view it. If the NFL is making money off of ESPN now, wouldn't you just have a bunch of positive news about the NFL on ESPN?
Yeah. I mean, this is the risk we all take with big corporations taking over everything, right?
Yeah, it is. But,
this is happening at the highest of levels, Scraby. I don't know if you've been following CBS and Paramount and everything happening all the way up
I know.
to the White House. I mean, there's a lot happening out there. And, whether it's all good or not is up for everybody to have their own opinion on. But, I agree to the sense that, if you've got one mouthpiece, then that mouthpiece can control the information, right?
Exactly.
You'd like to believe that everybody's got a little say in things, and the NFL and ESPN are in bed together. Then, why would ESPN ever say anything negative about the NFL?
Yeah, this is crazy to me.
It's not, though. We got a front row seat for all of this happening. So it's really not a surprise.
All right, so the real complaint that I had.
Yes, I complained about this whole idea that ESPN was going to buy the NFL Red Zone yesterday. Apparently, they now have bought them officially. And this goes into effect next season?
Yes, next season.
So we get at least one more year of Red Zone the way we know it and love it. And then after that, who knows what they'll do. But yes, your complaint, Scrabe. Today, you got a few minutes left.
Yes, my complaint is
yours.
That $10 an hour parking is coming to Petco Park next month. So
it's not just coming to Petco Park; it's coming to the whole downtown Gaslamp area, is it not?
Yes. This week, crews are installing around 400 signs on curbs downtown to let drivers know that if the new parking meter rates is taking effect September 1st, parking won't always be this new rate. But the hourly rate for parking on a meter will rise to $10 an hour starting 2 hours before a big event at the stadium and will remain $10 an hour for the next 6 hours. So you could park there for as long as you want, but if you want to park at a meter, you're going to be paying actual parking prices now instead of just getting the meter.
Used to be if you could get there early enough, find a spot with a meter, you could pay a couple of bucks and you could go walk and see the game and not pay too much for parking. Let me ask you this, because this is the first thing that came to my mind. Is this the Padres?
No.
Making sure that they get more money?
No.
Okay, let's not blame them.
I'll tell you, the Padres.
But let's make sure we're clear that we're not blaming the Padres.
Let me tell you that the Padres complained that the move was made without meaningful input from the team, and would make it significantly more expensive for fans to attend games. Which,
we don't need it to be more expensive for fans to go to games. So what this is it's a money grab by the city, which knows that 20,000 or so cars have to park downtown anytime there's a Padre game. So let's make sure that we jack up the rates. So that we can cash in.
That's
your complaint? I'm asking. Your complaint?
My complaint actually has been manifesting throughout the show many different times. And that's, where is the money going? Because the spokesperson Vanessa Dominguez says, we have not received information regarding how the new parking revenue will be reinvested locally, but look forward to better understanding the city's plan. Trolley's still going to stay $2.50, but when is that going to go up, Chris? I just don't understand. Like, I understand the city needs to make money, but where's all the money going? I'm going to continue to ask this.
Why don't you try to find out? Do a little digging.
I've done some digging. I've looked on San Diego Union Tribune.com.
Oh, I'm sure that'll help you there.
I just don't understand why everything has to cost more money. Like, they're really honestly going to price us out, Chris. They're going to price. They're pricing me out. I don't park at the meters, but I'm $10 an hour just so you could use a meter to go to a Padres game. That is ridiculous.
That's $40 pretty much, because you got to get there early and leave. That's 4 hours.
4 hours minimum.
Right.
And you're already paying $50-$60 to park elsewhere.
Yeah.
Do they want to take away fun?
Who controls the who owns is it Ace Parking that they get all the money when you pay $50 to park your car in a lot? Does Ace get the money? Who gets all that money?
See, I don't know. I'm sure it's a split with the park.
Somebody can tell us.
I'm sure it's a split with someone.
It's quite annoying that, it's enough to go to a game. And, if you weren't with us earlier, San Diego Union Tribune writing today that the Padres will be raising season ticket prices next year. We went through this already, so I'm not going to do it again. But yes, it costs a ton of money to go to a game. It costs a ton of money to go to an event. Beyond that, you are expected to just pretty much get hit over the head with a $50 parking fee as well. That's
expensive.
Just annoying.
That is expensive. Now, I am a big fan of the trolley. I do this. I go park at trolley stations that are close by, get on the trolley for $2.50, get dropped off right outside the stadium, get on the trolley, go back to my car, and everything's fine. I don't have to deal with parking, and I don't have to deal with all the traffic and all that.
Okay.
But so for September 2nd is a Padres game from 4:30 to 10:30 p.m. I'm assuming it's a 6:40 start. That's going to be $10 an hour. So they're getting $60 for anyone who parks there for that entire time. If you want to go to the Savannah Bananas, Chris, and park at a meter, it's going to cost you 5 to 11 p.m., $10 an hour.
Gouging.
Oh, I think the phones are working. They are
people
now.
Are calling in.
They are now.
Yeah, we don't have time to get to everybody. Sorry.
We're going to have to give out those Padres tickets again tomorrow.
Yeah, stick around. Maybe, we'll give them out eventually. The price gouging it's pretty much universal in every walk of everything now. Is it not?
Well, you're going to have to pay to park at Balboa Park now.
Okay, stay off the parking. Let's go on to anything else, though. What else isn't? Do they not just charge as much as possible? Has anybody sent a kid to college lately? What do they do with all that money?
My future kids aren't going to college.
$40,000 a year for just basic tuition for each student that's on that campus?
Well, where
does that money go?
How does the chancellor
Who gets it?
Wipe with $100 bills then?
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. Somebody's got a lot of money. It ain't us.
I know. It's honestly making me speechless, Chris, which is not easy to do. Can we do anything in this world without having to...
Can we end up with something
Get
fun?
A mortgage?
How about getting up with something fun today?
There's nothing fun after that story.
Bananas are coming a month from today.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay $60 to park at the meter.
Why did you have to do that? You had to find the negative side. It is official that ESPN has the network and the red zone.
Jason says if they raise the price of the trolley, that's it. I'm with you, Jason.
Yeah, where are you going to go?
I was on the trolley the other day where a man was smoking a cigarette. Where was the police? He was legitimately smoking a cigarette on the trolley, which I was like, wow.
The police were out not tracking down the people that are speeding by my car at 100 miles an hour on the freeway. Sam Levitt will make sense of the world next with the Padre pregame show. Then the ball game. We can escape from all of it for a few hours tonight. Don't forget JJ Spawn on the show tomorrow. We'll talk to you at 2 o'clock.